If Golden State has a chance for the playoffs, two men are the keys for their future. Captain Rick Barry, now scoring at 23 points a game, hitting 92% at the line, adding 5 assists a contest. Backliner Phil Smith is hitting 19 a game, and he runs the Warriors' offense. Golden State chases a playoff berth next as the Warriors meet Kansas City with the NBA on CBS.
The NBA on CBS. Today's game is sponsored by the Miller Brewing Company, brewers of Miller High Life. If you've got the time, we've got the beer. All the new 1978 Chevrolets, now at your Chevy dealers everywhere. And by AC Delco, quality automotive parts for quality motoring. AC Delco.
From the Kemper Arena in Kansas City, Missouri, it's Golden State against the Kansas City Kings. Hello again, everyone. I'm Jerry Gross, along with Mendy Rudolph, former veteran NBA official, our color analyst this afternoon. It's a big game especially for the Warriors, Mendy, because there's a playoff struggle on.
Well, that number 6 spot is wide open, and that's the thing they're going after today. As we take a look, Portland, Phoenix, and Denver are a shoo-in, in my opinion. And on the second side, we'll see Seattle and Los Angeles. Also, we'll probably pick up, Jerry, the number 4 and the number 5 spot. So the number 6 spot becomes wide open. Take a look at that last column. 35, 35, 34, 35. Every game becomes important. Golden State cannot afford to lose. They must win today, and they must win on the road. And how difficult we all know it is to win on the road.
There's a shot right now of the games remaining. You can see what Golden State has to do. Detroit's got problems. You can see also, Mendy.
Well, they're close. They're still there. They're only one game behind in the loss column. So anybody is wide open, Jerry, as far as the number 6 spot is concerned.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups this afternoon from Kansas City. It'll be Rick Barry at 6'7". Going for Golden State. E.C. Coleman up front. Robert Parrish, the 7-footer in the middle. Phil Smith on the back line with the rookie Ricky Marsh. Bill Robinson up front going for Kansas City. Scott Wedman at 6'7". Sam Lacey at 6'10" in the hole. Ron Boone on the back line at 6'2". And Lucius Allen, the former Los Angeles Laker, is on the back line also. In white, Kansas City, just at the start of things. That's Barry against Wedman, and out of bounds she goes. So the first turnover in the ball game goes against Kansas City. The NBA on CBS, and on the back line, Phil Smith will engineer the attack. Ron Boone trying to contain him. Robert Parrish in the hole. That's the big guy making his move, and it's an offensive foul.
Robert Parrish a little too anxious that time to get to the hoop, caused the contact. A good call by Darryl Garrison.
Darryl Garrison, one of the two officials. Darryl, a veteran of 10 years in the league, and the other official is Wally Rooney, 6 years in the ABA, 1 year in the NBA. Lacey, the pivot man, up high. That is Ron Boone, former ABA great. Lacey, a little long from his normal range, but he whacks it in anyway.
They took advantage of the mismatch that time. The rookie Marsh was on Lacey. KC found him open and in for the hoop.
So that's the first 2 of the ball game, and Kansas City breaks out on top. Wedman with the ball, giving it over to Boone. It's going to be 2 on 3. Wisely, he holds up and waits for the attack somewhat. Wedman making his move. Wedman has 2, and it's 4-0 in favor right now of the team in white, Kansas City. They have a new coach, Larry Staberman. A bit of a delay as E.C. Coleman had to tie his sneaker, gets it tied and takes the shot.
All right, all he has to do is have tight shoes.
That's it, he's ready. He's had a difficult year, lots of adversity in his personal life, and everyone rooting for him to have a good season. He lost his mother recently, and 2 brothers also died in the space of about 8 months. Tragic personal life for the man who just took the ball off the boards. He's had a lot of tragedy, and he's fought with the adversity all season long. Rick Barry going over to Robert Parrish. And rebounded by Sam Lacey. Wedman with it. Kansas City trying to up their advantage. They lead 4-2. That's Boone with a miss, and the rookie Marsh grabs the rebound. Ricky Marsh out of Manhattan at 6'3", taking that rebound down. He goes now inside against the veteran Lucius Allen. Now you see Phil Smith trying to find Barry behind the pick. He is short with it, and the rebound taken away, and Allen comes up with it. Wedman, who broke early on the play, making that move. He'll shoot that left-hander coming right to left all night, Mendy, and Barry gets it.
Well, there you see 4 Golden State Warriors were down there on the rebound. Scott Wedman follows the ball. He's the only KC man in contention at all. He'll pick up the rebound again, not boxing out, and that's the one thing that Al Adel spoke to us about before the game, Jerry. The lack of rebounding on his club has caused a lot of problems with him this year.
Al was saying that all season long they've had problems. The opposition has grabbed almost 200 more rebounds than Golden State. They have out-rebounded their opponents in the last 4 games, and they've won 2 of them. Here is Scott Wedman at the line. He's been their most steady player on the year. Wedman makes it now a 6-2 game. The 4-point lead for Kansas City. We're just at the start of things. The NBA on CBS. And here in Missouri with a vital game for Golden State. They know they've got to win. They'll pick up a full game on 2 of the teams they're trying to catch for a playoff berth. There's the captain, Barry, outside.
That's the man they look for to get those points. He's got to score in excess of 20 every game. He really hasn't that much help up front with E.C. Coleman, so a lot less on the shoulders of Rick Barry.
No doubt about it. E.C. a fine defensive player, but not an offensive threat. Good pass underneath off the top of the key by Sam Lacey. And Boone is caught on the arm as he went to the hoop.
That was a great pass. Now you'll see the pick and roll. There it goes. He had his head turned on defense. I don't know how he missed this layup, but they miss him.
A foul called against the rookie Ricky Marsh, and so at the line, Ron Boone. He was the #1 draft choice for Kansas City in the dispersal draft in '76. He's 6'2", 198-pounder, playing in his 810th straight game, and he's going to catch Johnny Kerr. He's 34 back of him. Read the longest in pro basketball, that streak, and Ron has a shot at him. Very durable. Robert Parrish almost boots the rebound. Phil Smith brings it up. Phil calls out the play as he brings it up. And we'll watch the young man on the back line and see what he can do with it. Ricky Marsh. That's Rick Barry.
That's his shot. Give him room, and he'll pop him on you.
He'll hit him out there all day, as you know, Mendy. It is now 7-6. Golden State is trailing. Just at the start of things, we're in the first period. Lacey again engineering the attack, and it looks like Robinson ran smack over E.C. Coleman, and he gets called for it. So it is an offensive foul.
E.C. Coleman had great position on that play, Jer, and that's exactly what he does well. He plays defense well. You've got to go around him. He'll cut off the passing lane on you.
So with a chance to take the lead for the first time, it'll be the Golden State Warriors. Boone punches it out of bounds. That's a good matchup. Ron Boone at 6'2" against Phil Smith 6'4". There's Ron. Wouldn't be surprised to see Smith take him in the hole because he can jump so well. A little traveling violation against E.C. Coleman. That'll turn the ball over. A violation called against Golden State. It'll be their 3rd turnover. They've given up a total of 4 points as a result of turnovers. Kansas City has 2, but Golden State is yet to score on the turnovers. A very vital part of the game. Going backdoor, Robinson loses it, and out of bounds she goes.
Robinson made a great move. Just a bad pass by Lucius Allen. E.C. Coleman had his head turned for an easy 2.
In the NBA in the Pacific Division, Golden State 31-34 right now. Look at Parrish in tight. Oh, he blew the dunk.
Another layup. You wonder sometimes how that can occur. What happens is that ball sometimes in your hands just is not set right. You'll watch this. Here's a great pass by Phil Smith into Robert Parrish all by himself. I think what happened on that play, Jerry, he really didn't know whether to dunk it or whether to ring it up on the board and therefore lost control of the ball.
He's from Centenary. And Robert is 7 foot, #1 draft choice of the Golden State Warriors, 24 years of age. He has been, frankly, a disappointment this year, but you have to be, as Al Adel said at the beginning of the season, you have to be patient, especially with a big man. He may come and become one of the fine centers in the NBA. He's battling Lacey in the high post now. He can front him a little because he's 7 feet tall and help out on the other end, which he did in the corner and may have forced that shot to be arched a little higher. That's Phil Smith.
Oh, a bad shot, but it goes. Forced the shot up. No backboard, nothing, all spring.
Smith has 2 points, his first 2 of the afternoon. Phil Smith averaging on the year at 19 a game. Outside in the corner, Lacey, who normally doesn't hit on that shot. They'll give him that shot all day, Mendy. Rick Barry.
Off balance, Rick, off balance.
Did not have the timing down. That's Lucius Allen. Led the Lakers in assists last year. Barry steals it away before he goes out of bounds. That's E.C. Coleman over to Phil Smith. Smith has got a 1-on-4 situation. Oh, he's going to take it anyway.
That's what makes teams lose. That's what drives coaches crazy. As you just mentioned, a 1-on-4 situation, took the bad shot, not waiting for his teammate to come down and take up position for a possible rebound. Al Addles got up on that play and screened.
Kansas City is up now by 3. Smith, a big man at 6'4", who leaps like a man 6'7", missing that shot inside. He did take his man in the hole. It is Kansas City down by 3. I beg your pardon. A 10-7 score.
Kansas City Kings call timeout.
There you see the final score. Atlanta-Milwaukee, a big factor, 98-93, and Golden State likes that score. We have a timeout with 7 minutes and 9 seconds to go, and the Warriors leading by 3.
See what's new today in a Chevrolet.
Chevrolet Caprice and Impala wagons have more of the things wagon people want. A convenient door gate, quick and easy seat conversion, 2 lockable storage compartments, and a generous 4-foot wide cargo area. And for a full-size wagon, mileage is surprisingly good. See the new Chevrolet, America's best-selling full-size wagon, at your Chevrolet wagon stop.
The major difference is Sylvania beats RCA.
Take a look at this.
Sylvania beats Zenith. And we'd like you to... Sylvania beats Sony and GE and Sears. That's right. Recently, over 1,000 people saw 6 unidentified 19-inch color pictures side by side. Then they picked the best overall picture, and the clear winner was the Sylvania Superset. So get the picture that beat them all, the Sylvania Superset. Side by side, we beat them all.
Energy for a stronger America.
This is a remarkable energy-saving machine called SCAMP. Exxon developed SCAMP to clean the hulls of giant tankers. It can scrub marine growth from an entire supertanker in just half a day. Because a clean ship moves through the water more efficiently, we can save thousands of gallons of fuel every voyage. SCAMP, technology from Exxon that can help save energy for a strong America.
Next Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, CBS Sports Spectacular presents live the WBC World Welterweight Championship with hard-hitting Carlos Palomino defending his title against Mimoun Moatar of Morocco. And highlights of the exciting 70-meter ski jumping event from Holmenkollen Ski Festival in Oslo, Norway, with top Olympians competing. That's next Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 Central and Pacific.
In Dallas, Texas, they have the Cowgirls. In Kansas City, they have the Glitter Girls. And there they are, Mendy Rudolph. A superlative shot taken on a dual roll by our producer, Bill Barnes.
And you see what happens when you lose an earring? What you'll do to find it?
And, of course, our director, Bob Dunphy, was in on that action shot. Fantastic shot, men. Keep up the good work. The score is 10-7, 7:09 to go. We're in the first period. Mendy Rudolph along with Jerry Gross and Ron Boone in the corner. That's Rick Barry letting it go out of bounds, and it'll be Golden State up by 3, battling for that playoff spot. In good shape with a record of 30, well, not good shape, Mendy, but in better shape than at the start of the day. That's Robert Parrish trying to move it. Parrish really banging elbows with Lacey underneath, and someone blows the whistle.
Foul on Allen, I believe, holding Ricky Marsh as he was cutting to the baseline. Not too much movement out there right now by Golden State. A lot of perimeter ball handling.
2 team fouls on both clubs. That is Robinzine. He prefers to have it called Robinzine, but around the league they call it either way. Robinzine or Robinzine. You really get upset about it.
Let's call up Phil Smith, his first.
By EC. That's Lacey. Lacey getting his second foul. And it is not a shooting foul yet. That is the 3rd foul called against the Warriors. Lacey was guilty, evidently, on the last play. Oh, he got hit on the last play. The foul was not Lacey's. Foul was on Smith, I believe, and that is his first foul.
Offensive foul on Phil Smith.
And both teams right now, Joe, handing the ball rather sloppily, not very clean passing, a little too much dribbling, and it'll get better. It's got to get better.
Lucius Allen out of UCLA, 2 national titles, along with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and then he, of course, went over to Milwaukee and helped win an NBA title.
Kings ball.
Now he is back home. That's the little man triggering the attack. Not in this case, but a moment ago. Lucius Allen way on the back line off to the right. Boone trying to get loose inside against the rookie Marsh. Great shot, and he's fouled in the active shooting. Robinson.
A little mental lapse that time by E.C. Coleman. Didn't cut off the passing lane. The hole was found. Robinson into the hoop for a possible three-point play.
So the big guy goes to the line. Robinson from DePaul. He was drafted #1 by Kansas City back in '75. Broke his ankle in Philadelphia last April. He has been very effective as a starter. Now Golden State brings it up. They're involved in a 10-10 tie. They were leading by 3. Out of bounds it goes. It'll belong to the men in blue. The general manager of the Kansas City Kings, Joe Axelson, trying to turn things around. He has named Larry Staverman as the new coach. Doris Staverman replaced Phil Johnson and assistant Dan Sparks. That's Barry.
One of the great jump shooters. Just give him any kind of time, any kind of room, and Rick will throw it up. He has to do it. That's his shot. They got to get points from Rick.
Rick is hitting 45.5% from the field. Going into this game, he's averaging 23. And Sam Lacey now has pumped in 4 points, and it is a 12-12 game. We're in the first period, Mendy, with 5:43 to go. Still a little too early to tell how this one's going to go with a style of play of either team.
Well, both centers are overplaying each other right now, and that time Robert Parrish got burned. A little contact in the middle.
Parrish trying to get the rebound on the back of Robinson, may have fouled him. By and large, Golden State, they do not gallop the way they used to. Here's the final score, which you may have seen earlier in your hometown. An exciting game brought to you by CBS, with the NBA on CBS. Sending that one up in Denver, where they are as hot as a firecracker, or were today. They've had some problems winning at home. But Denver's in, by and large, as Mendy, you said. Looks like Denver and Portland in, regardless of what happens. But
and
what
Phoenix.
a battle.
Phoenix also, I believe.
I think Phoenix, too. I don't know whether Seattle has a shot at it, getting in or not. Wilkins has done a superlative job, but they're on the road a lot. They've got to really hustle to get in. Robinson makes the play. Robinson now has 5 points. So the score is 14-12, and for the first time, it'll be the lead for Kansas City. Parrish outside, looking inside. Smith trying to take Boone under there, but can't do it. That's the rookie. That's the first shot he's taken. Ricky Marsh in the corner. Marsh has his first 2, and the ball game is locked up at 14-all. Sam Lacey, no basket. He traveled on the play, said the trail referee, Wally Rooney. So Lacey is guilty of the violation.
It was a good call. Sam had the shot. He knew it. He had a mismatch with Phil Smith. Just tried to get the ball up a little too fast, and his anxiety, Jerry, walked.
The big man, number 44, Clifford Ray, the man who saves Dolphins, has just come into the ball game. That was some story, wasn't it? 42. Actually saved the Dolphins out of Marine World, south of San Francisco. Took a 3.5-inch bolt. Clifford Ray did a 3.5-inch bolt out of a Dolphin and saved the Dolphins' life. He sets the pick and saves 2 points for Rick Barry on that play as Barry bangs it in, and the captain of the Warriors has 8 points, and he's high man in the game, and he jumps his team into a 2-point lead. Wetman looking inside. Lacey has gone outside, and Ray lets him get by him. So Ray let him get by him on that play. Now Phil Smith with a 3-on-4 situation. Got the soft hands,
He
doesn't he?
did it that time again. He took the bad shot, but it went in. That's a couple of bad shots by Phil Smith. But he can shoot well under pressure, so he's got to take a shot when it's available.
He's got to have a good game, as Mendy told you at the start of the game, along with Rick Barry. 18-14, a 4-point lead. Lacey using the boards well is fouled by Coleman on a switch.
Just caught his elbow as he went up. Sam Lacey with a good touch off the backboard.
By Sam Lacey.
But Sam Lacey came off the pick. You got to give him a little bit of room because he'll drive on you, using the board extremely well, and the official caught the elbow for possible 3-point play.
I do not recall Sam Lacey going to the boards, or rather going to the hoop as much as he is now. You see the substitution coming in, Bob Nash. And while we were telling you about Lacey going to the basket, that's kind of unusual. He is not normally one who goes offensively, Mendy. He's content usually to block shots and hit the board.
When we spoke to Larry Staberman before the game, he wants Sam to go to the board. He feels it creates a lot of situations not normally there.
Bob Nash, who just came into the game. That's Barry hot again. He's got 10 points. Great start for him. Ron Boone bringing it up, trying to go into Lacey again. Taken away by the rookie. Marsh taking it away. Smith is really belted. It goes and it counts. Allen caught him on the elbow and with the body.
Great body control by Phil Smith that time. He was away and going, leading the fast break. Got hit at the same time while it was in the air, kept ball control, and used the board well.
At halftime, don't forget you'll have the horse competition. And Jimmy the Greek will come by to visit with you and give you some words of wisdom during our break with the NBA on CBS. Otis Birdsong comes into the game. Number 10, substitution for Kansas City. That's Lacey in the backcourt. Birdsong now barking out a play. We'll see what he can do. Birdsong out of Houston. He's a rookie. A lot of rookies in this game, or a lot of rookies on the rosters in this game. That's Boone working with it, and I think Clifford Ray caught him early.
Foul is called on Clifford Ray, his first penalty situation.
And we got 44 against 44. Clifford Ray got his feet caught up in Sam Lacey's feet. Of course, the foul was called.
Sam Lacey at the line shooting.
Al Atlas felt that with Clifford Ray in the ball game, they're a little stronger on rebounding, Jerry, making Rick Barry a little bit more effective scoring. He can screen off of Cliff Ray, take the jump shot, and possibly drive to the hoop. I think when you find Rick Barry most effective is when you see how many foul tries he attempts in a ball game.
Rick Barry, by and large, over the years earlier in his career, used to go to the hoop quite a bit. He has not gone to the hoop as much, but when it comes down to a game situation or in foul trouble, Rick will go to the hoop. That's Smith. Smith now has 9 points. Kansas City's 9 out of 10 from the foul line. Golden State is 3 for 3, and Golden State has their biggest lead. They're up now 25-19. That's Lacey going to the hoop again, looking to the basket. 11 points for Sam Lacey. That's Barry also trying to match baskets. Clifford Ray has a how-do-you-do rebound. Let's see what he'll do with it. He's going to take the shot.
Well, one-on-one, Cliff. What is that air ball?
How do you do? Cliff normally will not take that shot. He'll try and work inside. Ray doing his specialty, getting the ball.
Good pass by Barry.
Knocked away momentarily. Barry getting it back from Smith.
That was a great slip pass by Barry, Jerry. He just slapped the ball back as the Kings put the hand on the ball. Rick Barry with great reflexes that time.
Over the years, Mendy, I think that Rick Barry's the finest passing forward I've seen in spanning and covering the NBA the last 20 years.
I do agree. I agree with you.
Oh, he's something. He is something. That's Birdsong forcing the shot a little in heavy traffic. Clifford Ray takes it off. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. First period, and the Warriors lead now by 6. Sam Lacey with the board. Now Birdsong bringing it up.
2 minutes.
He is 6'4", and out of bounds it'll go. Let's see whose arm it went off of.
Off of Rick Barry. Let's not forget about his great defensive play also. He has very, very fast hands, can play his forward very, very well, has great reflexes, great anticipation. Rick Barry is a true all-star.
To get 30 tons of logs off a mountain, you get to know a little about fear and a lot about driving. And you get to know about ice and snow and rain and hairpin turns. And in the end, with your truck, your logs, and you still in one piece, you get to know about Miller Time, too. Miller Time. Time to head for the best tasting beer you can find. Miller High Life, America's quality beer since 1855.
When it's time to relax, one beer stands clear. Miller beer. Miller tastes too good to hurry through. If you've got the time, we've got the beer. Miller beer.
Wherever you may roam, you'll find our name is known. You can trust Delco. Thanks, Delco. Delco Freedom Battery.
I trust Delco batteries, and my reputation rides on Delco shock absorbers, because you never know when you're going to need Delco's smooth control.
When the road is curved and rough, you need the shock that's tough. You can trust Delco.
Thanks, Delco.
Delco shocks and batteries. Delco shocks and batteries. Thanks, Delco.
Sunday at 1:45 p.m. Eastern, CBS Sports presents NBA regional contests with Denver taking on Boston, the New York Knicks going against Philadelphia, Phoenix clashing with Cleveland, Chicago versus Detroit, and San Antonio at Seattle. Consult your local listings for the game and time in your area. That's NBA regional action next Sunday.
We're back here in Kansas City. It's 27-21. You're looking at the 27 points belonging to Golden State. You're looking momentarily at Frank Hamlin in the Lindsey Nelson sports jacket across the way. He is the assistant coach, and that, of course, is Larry Staverman, the head coach, formerly with the Cincinnati Royals and formerly the coach at Indiana, the Pacers. That's Lacey in the corner. Robin Zine, good second effort, good third effort, and finally he's fouled.
Oh, boy, did he battle under there for that board. And then he come up with an offensive foul. I didn't see the play exactly that way, but let's watch it. It's a great effort, great singular effort. Let's pick up on it now. Up once, up twice. They'll go up again. I guess so. It was there. Good call by Garrison. Something I didn't see originally.
Nor did I, Mendy Rudolph. That's Rick Barry. And he got the bounce. So Barry's had a great start with 14 points. Sam Lacey has 11 points, and his high is 24. So he may just eclipse that high mark. Inside, making that move. That's the young man who had such a big night the other night, Bob Nash. He's a 2-year man, spent 3 years in Sweden. Nash the other night went wild. At over 30 points, they seldom use him. That's Phil Smith with it. Phil Smith makes it now 31-23. As Golden State is in command.
Yep.
Birdsong trying to move inside, looking to Lacey. They're playing almost a double pivot. Lacey on one side and Robin Zine on the other. Birdsong, averaging 14.5 as a rookie, now has his first 2 points. That makes it a 31-25 game. The lead is 6 for Golden State. Nobody inside. Ray was screened away, but he got the rebound. Nobody underneath again. And Lacey with the rebound.
Get one, oh.
Look out. And he's fouled as Clifford Ray's upset himself. He apparently caught him in the arm. Basket count.
And Clifford Ray saw him coming. He tried to time his jump perfectly. Watch it now. Clifford Ray will come into your picture. He sees him coming, tries to catch it, hits the wrist on the way down.
Nash goes to the line. Tom Burleson comes into the game. Also John Kuster and Kevin Ristani. So making the moves, Bob Nash is at the line. When he hits for over 30 the other night, everyone said why. Well, one of the reasons was Lacey had fouled out of the game. And also Tom Burleson. So this big lad from Hawaii in his 3rd year, 6'8", 205 pounds, drafted originally #1 by Detroit, but opted to go to Sweden. The lead, 31-28. The lead previously was up to 7. That's the time remaining as our director, Bob Dunphy, takes the shot of the clock, giving you how much time remaining in the first period. Offensive foul. So it'll be plenty of time, not plenty, but enough time to get a shot off for Kansas City, and they are trailing in the game 31-28. Joe Roberts jumping up momentarily. See Joe and the taller of the 2 men in brown, the assistant coach, wants to have the press all over. They have put the press on. That's Otis Birdsong. That's the end of the first quarter here at Kansas City, the home of the Kings. The NBA on CBS. And at the end of the first period, the Warriors of Golden State 31, the Kings 28.
Tonight's game is going to be on TV, Steve. You need a good shave.
I did shave, Havlicek, but my electric razor just doesn't do such a great job.
Maybe it's not your razor, it's your beard. It just lays there. Get it to stand up. With Electric Shave. Williams Electric Shave. Let me tell you, it's really good. It sets up your beard so your razor shaves closer, smoother, with less irritation. Make your beard stand up. Make your razor shave better. Get Electric Shave. Oh, man.
Mr. Heibloom?
Huh?
Mr. Heibloom.
Yes?
Yeah, look, we understand that you're taking a trip with us tomorrow.
Trip?
Yeah, well, we want you to know that Avis is working right now.
Avis?
It's vacuuming your car, checking the oil, brakes. Even the air in the spare tire.
Spare tire.
One of the ways Avis tries harder is working at night, so you're ready in the morning. Yeah. Oh, by the way, it's a Chrysler Cordoba, and it's blue. See you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
We try harder, Avis. Avis, we don't know another way.
Hi, I'm David Thompson of the Denver Nuggets. And I'm a long way from NBA action. Here in Africa, like a lot of places around the world, the Peace Corps is alive and well, helping people in need. People went out of their way to help me when I was a kid. And that's what the Peace Corps is asking you to do. Help someone and you'll help yourself. Join the Peace Corps.
This message is brought to you by the Ad Council in cooperation with the NBA.
We're back here in Kansas City, and Mendy Rudolph, Al Attles, the coach of the Golden State Warriors. He has had his problems this year.
Yeah, we spoke to him at length before the game, and he has had an up and down year, but he's a heck of a guy. He really is a great personality. Likes to spend a lot of time with the young players, develop them, as he's doing with some of his players on the club. He's had a couple of adversities this year. Number one, E.C. Coleman has not shaped up the way he thought he would with his personal adversities. Rick Barry possibly coming to the end of a beautiful career. Nate Williams, a new man on his club, but Ad Attles is a very, very patient man, and he'll develop. He'll develop.
Well, I had the pleasure of traveling with the Warriors as their part-time announcer. Back the year they won the World Championship, and he has not changed, I can tell you that. He's a man's man, never complains. He was never that high when they were winning, and he's not that low now that they're not winning as much. That was Sonny Parker missing the shot in the corner. We go to the second quarter. Fine pass by Birdsong, and you see the dunk right there by Nash. He got 33 the other night, Nash did. Hasn't played very much. And he now has 7 points in the game. He's only averaging 5 on the year.
Foul was called on Otis Birdsong.
Birdsong committing the foul. That's number 10. Birdsong committing that foul. It's 31-30. As Golden State hanging on to a 1-point lead. Their biggest mark was 7 at one time in the first quarter. Taking that shot outside, the young man, Nate Williams. So Williams pops that one in. Williams now in his 6th year. He's a former draft choice number 1 of Cincinnati. So the substitutions are definitely in. Nash playing. Kuster in the corner, number 5. That's Burleson, who used to be with Seattle. Kevin Restani giving the good pass over to the young man, Birdsong. He's now got 4 points, and you see the Warriors' lead is only 1 point. A 33-32 score, second period of play. Ray outside with Burleson.
That's the mismatch right there. There's the mismatch. You got Kuster and you got Nate Williams, and Golden State's going to try and take advantage of that height advantage.
Nate Williams with that score. By and large, Golden State has big guards. Wouldn't be surprised to see them begin to post the guards a little more now. They're stronger and they're bigger. That's Birdsong. Good rebound effort by Nash, and a foul called underneath.
Loose ball foul called on Clifford Ray.
Ray committing the foul.
Team's first.
And how important it is, as I always say on these telecasts, Jerry, to box out. Forget the ball. Just box out the man in the other uniform, and the ball will come your way.
Lucius Allen back in the game. We'll try and get some kind of a sustained attack going here. It is 35-32 in favor of the team in blue. That is Burleson. Missing with the hook shot. Battling his own man, and he traveled on the play. A good ball by Darryl Garrettson.
And that's exactly what happened. He did battle his own man. They both had possession of the ball. Good violation call.
And Larry Staverman does not agree with this. Felt he did not travel. 9 turnovers for Kansas City, 5 for Golden State. Each team has gathered 4 points as a result of the turnovers, so they're even there. That was Burleson with a rebound to Lucius Allen, who can penetrate, and he runs right smack into someone. It's Phil Smith, and Smith had position.
He had a good play. He saw him coming. Phil Smith will get his position. We'll watch Phil Smith come into your picture now. Lucius Allen sees the hole. He drives through the lane, and Phil Smith knows he's coming, maintains his position, and picks up the offensive foul.
I think Lucius maintained that while he was in the air, he got his position. That's Ron Boone on the back line, number 24. Otis Birdsong now picking up Smith. They're going to run a double pick on the right, send a man behind it, but Smith elects to go to the weak side. That is Sonny Parker. Good effort back inside on the pass, but out of bounds it goes. It belongs to Kansas City. And so Kansas City down 35-32 has an opportunity to crawl back. Neither team, Mendy, is known as a fast break, up and down, helter-skelter, San Antonio type offensive club.
Outside, don't score. Foul is on number 12 in the hall, and we got a timeout on the court.
A timeout on the court. Foul to be called also on E.C. Coleman.
His third foul.
That's number 3 on him. He has 3 fouls, Coleman, along with Lucius Allen. We have 9:33 to go.
Homeward bound, coast of New England. The Navy. See a recruiter or call toll free. It's not just a job, it's an adventure.
See what's new today.
Last spring, 227 specially equipped Chevy Nova police cars were delivered to the Jacksonville, Florida Sheriff's Department. Now, that's a tall order, but no surprise, because law enforcement agencies in 47 states have made Chevy Nova America's best-selling police compact. Now, a lot of the things the police look for in a new car are the same things you'd look for in a new car. Reliability, performance, and value. Chevy Nova, a wanted car, now more than ever.
Up here, the wind can turn an entire ski slope into one big snowdrift. But you're going to take the mountain away from the storm and give it back to the skiers. Now comes Miller time. Time to head for the best tasting beer you can find. America's quality beer, Miller High Life.
If you've got the time, we've got the beer. Miller beer.
Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, Challenge of the Sexes features a parallel skiing challenge with world-class skiers Joseph Odermatt and Susan Korak. A skateboard challenge with Ernie Martin going against one of the best female freestyle competitors, Robin Logan. Plus a table tennis competition. That's next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Jerry Gross along with Mendy Rudolph back in Kansas City. Here's a young lady you'd just like to take home to mother.
Yeah, when mother's not home, Jerry. These glitter girls are something else, I'll tell you.
You talk about the glitter girls. They get the CBS vote from this crew in the NBA as far as cheerleaders are concerned. Back to action on the court. It's now 35-32 in favor of the Warriors in white Kansas City. The Kings trying to come back. That's Burleson. Burleson came by way of that trade out of Seattle over to Denver and then came down from Denver. That's Burleson's first 2 points. They must get more out of the center in Kansas City in order to be effective. And on the turnover, it'll go back to Kansas City. So they'll bring it up, and now it is 35-34, and Kansas City with a bucket here could go into the lead. Golden State trying to win a vital game on the road and gain some ground on Milwaukee and Chicago in the struggle for the playoffs. Now Phil Smith. A lot of young ball players on this Golden State club. Missing the shot in the corner. That was Nate Williams. Otis Birdsong fakes him right out of his sneakers.
I like that. When you penetrate to the hoop, things happen. Got Nate Williams up in the air. Otis Birdsong took advantage of it, used the board well, and converted.
So the Kings, for the first time since the first quarter, take the lead by 1. That's Sonny Parker. Parker's got a fine future in this league.
Anytime you have a baseline shot open like Sonny Parker just did, you got to take it.
Sonny Parker averaging 11 a game, has his first 2 points, and the lead jumps back to the Warriors 37-36. But again, in tight with good penetration, Otis Birdsong, and Birdsong, the rookie out of Houston, is fouled in the act.
You got to like this kid. This is the style of play that I enjoy, Jerry. When you get that penetration to the hoop, things are going to happen. 3 Golden State Warriors come to him. He has great body control. Clifford Ray commits the foul, and it looks to me as if Clifford Ray is playing a little bit hurt. That's his 4th personal foul, and he just does not seem to have the agility that he had earlier in the year.
That's Robert Parrish back in the game. Yes, you're right. Clifford has got the bad right leg, heavily taped. He's had knee problems in his career, and he has not moved well, and he now has 4 fouls. Charles Dudley comes into the game. Dudley is a man who'll get things going. So Hoppy's in the game. He's the man with the ball right now. He can scramble. He'll really go to the floor. He'll beat you to death with his hand checking. He's a hard-nosed competitor, Charles Dudley. That's Williams on the back line. What happened? Is it an offensive foul? No, no offensive foul. So the burden of responsibility now, Mendy, as you look at the pattern of things changing with this game, the responsibility now goes to the guy in the middle, Robert Parrish, with Ray with 4 fouls on him.
And Rick Barry's back in the ball game. Al Attles needs a little bit more scoring. Not too happy the way Nate Williams is taking his outside shots. Has a little more confidence with Rick Barry.
That last foul was called against Ron Boone. Cox tries to go inside, does to Parker, and Parrish can't find the handle, and out of bounds it goes. So it is Robert Parrish, Wesley Cox up front with Rick Barry.
Ron Boone can't
and they are
believe it.
swinging. They're swinging now, as Boone can't believe it is right there swinging.
Let's pick
Parker
it up.
on the back line.
Whose hand does it go off of? Let me see. Up, looked like it went off Rick Barry's hand.
So this is a big back line, apparently, on the last play.
Oh, watch this one now.
Watch this call.
Burleson can't believe it. Burleson picks up a block now. Let's take a look. Robert Parrish driving to the hoop. It looked like a carry before the foul, and Burleson just cannot believe it. He looked over at us, gave us a big wink, but nevertheless, it stands as a block.
Tommy Burleson not too happy. We have Dick DeLeva out. Here's a big, well, here's potentially a very big factor in this game. Looks like a pull on the inside of the thigh, because that's Dick DeLeva, the trainer of Golden State, administering some ethyl chloride to Robert Parrish.
And as Jerry West used to call it, that's called hurt no more.
Hurt no more. And so Parrish is all right, going to stay in the game. Rick Barry. It's Kings ball. They lead by 2. 7.5 minutes to go, second quarter. The action at Kansas City. 11 for 13 for Kansas City from the foul line. That's incredible. Golden State has only been to the line 3 times. They are 3 for 3. Kevin Restani missing the shot. Good follow by Burleson, and the whistle for a foul underneath. Restani is 6'9". Burleson in the game in the middle is 7'3", number 16. Robert Parrish hit him. That's 3 on him, Mendy.
They're in foul trouble with Clifford Ray and Robert Parrish, and that's one thing that Al Attles can ill afford. He has nobody else to put in there. We talk about attempted foul tries. The Golden State only attempting 3, Jerry. It just proves one thing, as we said earlier in the telecast. When you don't go to the hoop, you don't pick up free throws.
A lot of people will rip the officiating after this, perhaps, in some areas, in California in particular. But, Mendy, you hit it on the nose. If you don't go to the hoop, you don't draw the fouls. Now here's Charles Dudley, 41-37, a 4-point lead right now for Kansas City, and they have Golden State in foul trouble.
3 seconds.
That's Cox outside. The Kings bring it up. Nash getting that rebound and now coming back with a shot. That's Dudley taking it up off the floor. He's got Barry with him. Birdsong in the middle. Great play by Barry back over to Dudley, but he wanted to find Barry again.
3 seconds.
And a 3-second violation. It made no difference where that pass went.
And you got to give the Kings a lot of credit on that play. There were 4 or 5 men back on defense. On a fast break, they hustled back. They caused the turnover, and because of that, that's an added advantage to Larry Staverman on good hustle.
6:52 to go, and Al Attles is a troubled man.
From blazing heat to paralyzing cold, season after season, the JCPenney battery has more power to start your car more dependably than any other car battery you can buy. And it never needs water. In fact, it's so dependable, it's warranted for as long as you own your car. If it ever fails to hold a charge, return it. We'll replace it, free. Only at JCPenney Auto Centers or catalog desks. It's the last battery your car will ever need.
JCPenney dress shirts aren't much different from any $20 dress shirts. With fused collars that keep their shape, single needle tailoring for seams that lie flat, placket sleeves that won't gap. And JCPenney shirts look great right out of the dryer, just like any good $20 permanent press shirts. But JCPenney $20 dress shirts cost only $12. And now for a limited time only, they're even on sale.
Ribbit.
You know, I think I liked you better as a frog. As a frog, you had a much smoother face.
Prince. Didn't you ever hear Palmolive Rapid Shave? While you were away, they improved it. Palmolive Rapid Shave is thicker and lusher than ever. Feels good while you shave. Feels good after.
Improved Palmolive Rapid Shave in 3 refreshing fragrances. And now Irish Spring fragrance, too.
What do you say now, Prince?
Ribbit.
Ribbit?
Gene Kelly, an American in Pasadena, with guest Lucille Ball, Cindy Williams, Frank Sinatra, Liza Minnelli. Monday at 10, 9 Central and Mountain.
We're back here at Kansas City, 6:52 remaining in the second period of action. And it's 41-37. The Kings are leading the Warriors, and the Warriors are in foul trouble.
And here we go, a little defensive change. Al Addles probably during that timeout said pick that ball up a little higher, make them work a little tougher for their shots and positioning.
So he has placed Sonny Parker on the back line with Charles Dudley. Missing the shot, Restani, and it goes out of bounds and belongs to Kansas City. Restani out of the University of San Francisco, number 18. You see him there now in his 4th year in the NBA. Coming back into the game, E.C. Coleman. And going out of the game was Wesley Cox. So Coleman will now go into one corner. Parrish is up front along with Barry. And Parker stays on the back line with Charles Dudley, and they say it's Warriors ball.
Yep, they changed their heads. They changed their minds. Garrettson asked Rooney what he had called, and he said blue. It was the announcer who called King's ball.
Yeah,
PA
my mistake. Well, the PA man's too. That's the rebound by Restani as the shot was missed by Robert Parrish. General manager Scotty Sterling back in San Francisco. A little unhappy now.
I like this birdsong.
He's not too fancy, but he does the job, doesn't he? So he has 11 points. Otis Birdsong, 14.5 a game is his average. Parrish almost travels. It's stolen away by Burleson. And Roberts having a tough afternoon. Now the score is 43-37. The biggest lead for Kansas City. That's Boone. Tipped in by Burleson or Nash, one or the other. They give it to Nash. Bob Nash has 9 points. Scotty, or rather Sonny Parker, making a fine move. Parker now comes back and picks up his second field goal. That makes it 45-39 with 5.5 to go in the second quarter. A pick and roll attempt by Ron Boone with Burleson. Now coming back into the ball game.
Complaining that he got fouled on the play, Jerry, that someone cut across his arms. And with Golden State on offense now, I can't remember the last time they had a layup. They're doing a lot of perimeter shooting, and they're not going to win that way. They've got to get to the hoop. They've got to cause some problems in there for Kansas City defense. Again, a perimeter shot.
Parker missing. Scott Wedman back in the game now has picked up Rick Barry. That's Boone with Barry forced to take him. The tip is missed and a foul on the play. And Restani will go to the line. I believe he or Wedman fouled on the play. Parrish, that is his 4th foul. Oh, this is a difficult situation now for the Warriors. They have Parrish with 4 fouls on him and Clifford Ray on the bench with 4 fouls on him. And E.C. Coleman has 3 fouls on him. My statistician Mike Swanson points out.
And with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, they find themselves in the penalty situation. They're having 2 problems here right now.
Kevin Restani, you see his statistics. He has played more this week than quite some time. They are 14 out of 16 from the foul line.
Take a look at this now. I don't know who is going to pick up Burleson. He has got to have an 8 or 9 inch advantage on anybody who plays him. It's going to possibly be E.C. Coleman on offense.
Yeah, I think you're right. And he's going to hook him to death in low if he can get in low. Smith now getting the pick from Coleman. Bangs it in. They are 15 out of 17 Kansas City. Golden State, they are 3 for 3 from the foul line.
Well, look at
and
this.
It is 47-41. Look at the mismatch there. Well, the foul is against Coleman, I believe. That is his 4th foul. Where are they going to find another body? Well, they're going to get Clifford Ray up.
They got to get him up. They got to gamble. They just cannot allow this to continue. On this play, we'll see E.C. Coleman trying to get position on Burleson, deny him the ball, and there's all that bumping going on, and the officials call it quickly. Golden State's in trouble with their centers right now.
This could be disaster, but Clifford Ray coming back into the game at 6'9", 235 will be matched against Tom Burleson at 7'3", and you see him at the foul line. Burleson at the foul line. He was drafted number 1 by Seattle, and then Burleson and Wilkerson went over to Denver for Silas and Wise. And then Denver sent him down here for Brian Taylor, who didn't want to play, and notified the world on CBS.
You've won all that, Jerry.
How about that?
We call that up. That's good stuff.
You remember that from last year? He told the world on CBS he wanted out. Making over $300,000 or something. Oh, what a move by Sonny Parker.
Great pass by Rick Barry, I might add.
Parker's got 6 points. And you see the score, 49-43. The lead is 6. The biggest lead was 8. Burleson will do that all afternoon. The Warriors with their backs to the wall now. They're big men in foul trouble. 8 points for Tom Burleson. He'll lead up those shorter men. Barry is short, and the rebounding underneath will be taken away by Kansas City, and someone went down in a heap, and a foul called against Sonny Parker. And look at the knee, the right knee of Tom Burleson.
He's hurt. He got a pinpoint nut right on that thing.
Well, they give him a 20-second timeout. How many times in refereeing over the years when you were with the league did the 20-second injury timeout, was it used by a coach for strategical purposes?
Often, very often, especially late in the ball games. They tried to save it up and use it as a timeout and possibly substitute for someone when they had no timeouts left. Let's see if we can pick this up, what happened to Tommy Burleson on this play. Rick Barry takes the shot. Now Burleson comes into your picture. He trips and he twists. He didn't hit the knee with the floor. He twisted the knee off of Sonny Parker.
Might have been that Sonny stepped on his foot.
It looked like a trip to me, Jerry.
Yeah, you're right, it is.
Accidental, but nevertheless a trip and a foul.
So the big guy's going to limp back, and he's going to be shooting because it is a shooting foul, with now in excess of 5 team fouls called in the period with 4:12 to go. Not only is Golden State in foul trouble from a standpoint of individuals, with Parrish, Coleman, and Ray all with 4, but they have been in the penalty situation on the wrong side of the street for some time. Burleson shows you that he's got good touch at the foul line. Burleson on the year hitting close to 80%, 77%. You see what he's got today. He's got 9, and from the foul line, he's yet to miss. He is 6 for 6 at the foul line. And right now, with the biggest lead in the game, 53-43, a 10-point spread for Kansas City. The Kings are 19 for 21 at the foul line. That's incredible.
And what does our statistician say as far as free throws for Golden State? How many have they attempted? They have attempted 3, 21-3. That has got to be the difference right here, Jerry.
If you were working this game, they'd get on you. They'd say it was your fault.
But for no reason, really. When Golden State just will not, when they refuse to go to the hoop, they're just not going to attempt any free throws. Now, on that particular play, there was a great pass by Dudley into Clifford Ray, which caused the free throws. And that's what you got to do. Perimeter shooting will only do it so long for you, but will not win consistently in this league.
The lead is cut down to 8. That's Scott Wedman bringing it up. He can shoot left-handed. Barry's against him. Charles Dudley is on John Kuster, who just came back into the game. And Phil Smith does not go up and contest Otis Birdsong. Birdsong is a rookie who was drafted 2nd in the draft last year. That's Rick Barry, a 10-point lead. Barry pops it in. Barry has his first field goal, first points in the second quarter, and he's now got 16. Burleson in the hole against Clifford Ray. They're going to try and go in there and get Ray fouled out. He's got 4 on him, trying to get him with his 5th. Burleson trying to maneuver for a position. Birdsong again. Is he hot, huh? 15 big ones.
He continues to impress me. He gets better and better as the game goes on.
So he's got 13 this quarter. We'll check and see how many in a row he's made and what his shooting percentage is. Phil Smith gets in fairly close. Burleson showing his height advantage at 7'3" behind Parker at 6'7" with a rebound. And now Kansas City is really rolling. That is the young man who does not score. They call him John Boy Kuster. 6'2.5" from North Carolina. He made the last 2. And the Kings are going to blow him out if the Warriors don't do something, and they call wisely for a timeout.
And Al Attles is not happy the way the Golden State Warriors are getting back on defense, and I'm sure that's what he's going to talk about, Jerry, during this timeout.
Where are you going, America?
To Malibu.
Malibu! Malibu!
Malibu.
Looks like a large slice of America is going to Malibu. Chevy's new size, quick size, mid-size car that's so right in so many ways for so many people right now. You'd think it had been designed by Mr. John Q. Public himself. It's you, America. A fresh new slice of apple pie called Chevy Malibu.
A fresh new slice of apple pie from Chevrolet to you.
You're gonna eat it up.
Why are men switching from aerosol hairsprays to Vitalis Super Hold Pump Spray?
The pump? Because it doesn't spray any aerosol propellants.
The pump? Well, it costs less to use. Save money.
It's because the pump is stronger. Can hold longer than the best-selling aerosol.
The Pump. Vitalis Super Hold Pump Spray. Now with an even finer spray. Why don't you switch from your aerosol to...
The pump, do, the pump.
You're the Pepsi generation.
I never won anything before. Man, this is always the first time.
Come and have a Pepsi day. Come on, and make this day a celebration. Come on, and join the Pepsi generation. Come on, and have a Pepsi day.
Friday night at 11:30, CBS Sports presents live a St. Patrick's Day boxing special with 2 light heavyweight contests, Bobby Calhoun Ronquillo and Irish Ned Halassi going against young Alvaro Lopez. Plus, a featherweight contest between Sean O'Grady and Eddie Freeman. That's Friday at 11:30 p.m. Eastern.
We have 2 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the second period. The Warriors are trailing the Kings 59-47. Mendy Rudolph and Jerry Gross speaking to you from Kansas City. Otis Birdsong has hit 4 in a row from the field. He is 7 out of 11 during the course of the afternoon game. Rick Barry against Scott Wedman. Over to Phil Smith. He's paired now against Otis Birdsong. That is Richard Washington. He's had pleurisy since Monday. He's in the game now. He's had a lot of problems breathing. Rick Barry battling for the rebound, unable to come up with it. 2 Warriors underneath. Birdsong comes away with it. Ray steals it, and Barry all the way back down to Parker, who tries to get the foul but doesn't, and he gets 2 instead. Good play by the kid.
Good play by Rick Barry again. I hate to keep pumping Rick Barry, but he's keeping this team together right now. He's keeping them close with his defense and his great passing ability.
And of course, Barry now at 6'8" is going to contest Richard Washington at 6'11". They have mismatches all over the place. He makes his move, and Washington is fouled as he goes to the hoop. So you look now at the advantage underneath, with Burleson much bigger than Ray, at least in height, and Washington much bigger than Rick Barry. There is decidedly the advantage in muscle and in height. And here's the young man from UCLA.
A lot of great products from UCLA, Jerry. A lot of great ball players in this league.
Second foul against Sonny Parker. Washington, his statistics are there. He was just coming into his own when he incurred the problems with pleurisy. He's been averaging 13.5 points a game, shooting 47.5% from the field. They have great hopes for this young man becoming a superstar someday here in Kansas City. He's a big one at 6'11", drafted number 1 in '76. He has not played since last Saturday. No doubt he'll have problems getting readjusted. That's Barry trying to drive on Wedman. And Wedman stayed with him well. He's a fine overall, all-around player. Huster. Wedman's pass too long for Richard Washington. There he is. That'll be the 12th turnover for Kansas City. Golden State has 9. Golden State has 8 points, and Kansas City has 10 as a result of the turnovers. 1 minute, 34 seconds left in the half. Smith trying to drive, cannot get it. Now here comes Kansas City. They're leading 60-49. And Birdsong has gone wild. 5 for 5. 8 out of 12 for the game.
Otis Birdsong with great body control. Missed the block, held the ball well with 2 hands, and used his body beautifully to convert the field goal.
Birdsong has 17 points, and all but 2 of them in this period. So he has just eaten up the backliners as the Golden State Warriors. Barry goes to the line. Birdsong fouled him his second. So Rick goes to the line with a penalty situation. Rick Barry feels that everyone should shoot 80%. He has scored over 23,000 regular season points. It's his 12th year. He's hit the 50-point mark 14 times. Wilt did it 122 times. And Elgin Baylor 18 times. And they're the only two guys who have done it more than Rick Barry. That is Washington with a good move inside. Burleson should dominate the boards at 7-3. Burleson has 12 points all in the period. Birdsong has 15 of them in the second period, and it is 64-51, the lead of 13 for Kansas City. 40 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Barry, Smith and Parker battling for the rebound. Trying to find Barry underneath, double, triple team. And they say travel on the play, and Barry will take a verbal blast at the referee, Wally Rooney.
Here's the previous play. Well, watch Burleson come into your picture now, getting great position, just overpowering everybody on the boards, and a beautiful, soft slam dunk.
Lacey has not played here in the second quarter. He had 11 points, so they have not needed him. With the big men in foul trouble underneath for Golden State, Lacey got 11 in the first period, and Burleson came back in the hole, replacing him with 12 in the second. They have just chewed up Golden State. And Birdsong finally shows that he's human. He was 5 for 5. Kansas City still with it, and that marks the end of the first two periods. A lot of readjustment going on in this one, and there will be an even bigger adjustment at the break for the coach of Golden State. So Joe Roberts, the assistant, and Al Attles, the coach, will have to get together and figure out what to do. Their team's in foul trouble. And at the end of two, it's 64-51, the Kings over the Warriors.
New around here? Sure got a nice motorcycle.
Oh, it's a new Honda Hawk Honda-Matic.
Honda-Matic?
No clutch.
No clutch. Well, beautiful wheels.
They're standard.
Feels that everyone should shoot 80%. He has scored over 23,000 regular season points. It's his 12th year. He's hit the 50-point mark 14 times. Wilt did it 122 times. And Elgin Baylor 18 times. And they're the only two guys who have done it more than Rick Barry. That is Washington with a good move inside. Burleson should dominate the boards at 7-3. Burleson has 12 points all in the period. Birdsong has 15 of them in the second period, and it is 64-51, the lead of 13 for Kansas City. 40 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Barry, Smith and Parker battling for the rebound. Trying to find Barry underneath, double, triple team. And they say travel on the play, and Barry will take a verbal blast at the referee, Wally Rooney.
Here's the previous play. Well, watch Burleson come into your picture now, getting great position, just overpowering everybody on the boards, and a beautiful, soft slam dunk.
Lacey has not played here in the second quarter. He had 11 points, so they have not needed him. With the big men in foul trouble underneath for Golden State, Lacey got 11 in the first period, and Burleson came back in the hole, replacing him with 12 in the second. They have just chewed up Golden State. And Birdsong finally shows that he's human. He was 5 for 5. Kansas City still with it, and that marks the end of the first two periods. A lot of readjustment going on in this one, and there will be an even bigger adjustment at the break for the coach of Golden State. So Joe Roberts, the assistant, and Al Attles, the coach, will have to get together and figure out what to do. Their team's in foul trouble. And at the end of two, it's 64-51, the Kings over the Warriors.
New around here? Sure got a nice motorcycle.
Oh, it's a new Honda Hawk Honda-Matic.
Honda-Matic?
No clutch.
No clutch. Well, beautiful wheels.
They're standard.
How does a little lady handle it?
Oh, new weight distribution. It feels light.
Someday I'd love to,
Yes?
ride it.
Well, then go see your Honda dealer.
When you're on a Honda, you're really going strong.
Oh no, he's home.
A kiss goodbye?
You must go. And besides, your beard, it's rough.
Then I'll shave.
There's no time.
I'll use his Rise with 3 softness. Rise will start to soak and soften my whiskers in no time. See? Rise helps me get a close shave quick.
You're smooth, Eddie, and so quick. Father, how about a close shave?
Rise for a quick, close shave.
Now, a lot of you folks probably know this face. When it comes to cars, this man's an ace. He's Richard Petty, the racer, see? And talking about motor oil from STP.
Petty family cars get STP motor oil. It's a good oil made great with a special blend of additives. Enough to protect for 15,000 miles between changes. That's a lot of protection, but it doesn't cost a lot.
You get this oil naturally from the good oil boys at STP.
We're the Van Arsdales, Tom and Dick. We're identical twins, and we drink identical beers. Light beer from Miller. We love it. The best thing about light beer is it's less filling. Great taste. Less filling. It's got 1/3 less calories than the regular beer. Great taste, Tom. Less filling. And I'm not Tom. You are. I'm Dick. You think you are, but you never were.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Hi, everyone. I'm Don Criqui, and this year at halftime on CBS coverage of NBA basketball, we have some of the top players in the league matched up in the old schoolyard game of horse, where a player must duplicate his opponent's shots or be assessed a penalty letter. 5 misses means 5 letters. That spells horse, and he's out.
Yes, darling.
Today, Fred Brown of Seattle goes against Brian Winters of Milwaukee, and for more on the rules, here's Mendy Rudolph.
The basic rules of horse are as follows. The player in control must describe his shot beforehand. Now, 2 consecutive shots from the same area are not allowed unless someone moves at least 5 feet away. There are trick shots allowed. However, the same trick shot cannot be attempted more than once in the contest. The flip of the coin will determine who goes first. Now, there's going to be disputes out there, and if there are, my word will be the final judge.
Brian Winters won the flip. He'll lead away.
Okay, Brian, first shot. Freddie Brown, you're the leader.
Right-hand hook shot.
Freddie Brown, who once hit 58 points against Golden State, puts in the first bucket.
Hook shot.
Scouting report on Fred Brown once read he can hit it from the locker room in, a long-range shooter.
We have a miss. Brian Winters picks up the first letter H.
Brown is in his 7th year out of the University of Iowa.
Jump shot.
Career 47% shooter.
Oh.
Brian Winters takes over.
Here's Brian Winters, an All-American at South Carolina, now an NBA All-Star.
Oh.
Fred Brown's got to match up with that to keep from getting a letter.
Bang.
Yes.
Oh, your shot up, Brian.
Shot. Thank you. Thank you. Bank shot. Bank shot.
That is a tough piece of goods to hit.
Brian Winters picks up the second letter.
We're lucky on that one, Freddie.
Slick Watts, a former teammate of Fred Brown, once
Bank
said
shot.
about him, he can't just shoot it a long way, he can airmail the ball.
Brian Winters, take over.
Right hand reverse layup off the board.
Brian's going to simplify things a little.
Reverse layup. Freddie.
Bang.
Brown stays right with him.
Jesus. Jumper from about 25 feet.
A little bit.
Right there.
There's two shooters.
Bang. Freddie Brown, back
Finger
in the lead.
roll. Layup.
Little dip there, and Brian Winters has to match up with that, as he's got a problem right now.
I get one trick shot.
You can have one trick shot. You can have more than one, just so you don't repeat the first.
Behind the backboard. Ah!
Ooh, it hurt Freddie.
Ryan's the lead.
Little jump shot.
Back to Freddie Brown.
I can't try it again, right? Can I try it again?
Try a different one.
Jump shot. Boy, you making it hard on me, Mindy. Thank you. Making it hard on me.
Picks up the third letter.
So Brian Winters trails 3 letters to none at the moment to Fred Brown of Seattle.
Hook, bank shot.
Where's that big repertoire I see in all these big games on Sunday afternoons?
This is for the money, man.
You got to build big, right?
This is for the money. Be cool. Hook shot, bank, Brian.
Fred Brown's not missing many.
Jump shot.
And Winters picks up the 4th letter.
So Brian Winters, a former All-American at South Carolina, is 1 letter from being shut out now.
Bank shot. Thank you, Brian.
There it is.
There is the whistle, and Fred Brown eliminates Brian Winters here at the Omni International Complex in Atlanta. Now let's meet Freddie Brown. Freddie, you beat Brian Winters 5-love, but that was a real shootout. You both filled that basket out.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Brian was very tough. Even though I did beat him 5-love, you know, he was making shots that I was hoping that he would miss. But he's a great shooter, just like we all are.
I tell you, you are a great shooter. That was a show.
Well, thank you very much, Don.
All right, Freddie Brown of the Seattle Supersonics. A loser in the first round receives a check for $500. The winner, of course, advances. Join us next week at halftime when Phil Chenier goes against John Drew.
The NBA on CBS will return after this word from your local station.
Share the great moments in the career of a great entertainer. See Gene Kelly, An American in Pasadena, tomorrow on CBS.
Take a close look at the Greek's eyes. He really enjoyed Denver last night. Should know all about this city. Tell me about the Oakland A's. It's a little late for them to move that baseball team here.
Not necessarily. Don't you remember Seattle moved to Milwaukee in 5 days? I think Denver will have a baseball team by the end of this week.
Means Marvin Davis will finally get into the sports business, Greek. What else do you know about the city of Denver and sports?
There's a good possibility that they get the Montreal coach next year.
Scotty Bowman is going to leave the Canadians to... Greek.
Yes. Well, you know, economics makes people do a lot of new things.
Forget about Scotty Bowman, folks. Send him Guy Lafleur out here. Now, Jimmy, Chicago playing Denver this afternoon. If the Bulls don't make the playoffs, what's the prospect of Ed Badger losing his job as head coach?
About 4-1 he does.
And who would be the favorite to replace him?
Jerry Sloan.
Who is now an assistant with him. Do you think it's definite? Any reluctance on Jerry's part?
I'm sure that there is, because he's not too happy with the front office trades.
Oh, he wants better talent around Gilmore?
Wouldn't you?
Jimmy, I hear you've been getting some wires from the Chamber of Commerce in Buffalo.
Yes, yeah, that's a fine city, really, with fine people in it. They got Chuck Knox, but they're going to lose two.
Lose two, Greek?
Mm-hmm. They're going to lose their basketball team next year.
Where would the Braves be going?
Anywhere, really. They've got a lot of open, wide spaces. Birmingham, Toronto, Miami. It could be anywhere, but nothing definite as yet.
All right, that's one. Now, who else leaving Buffalo?
Whoever would pay O.J. Simpson $750,000 a year. He's on the block.
That means he's staying. Hey, affirmed and Alydar, two great 3-year-olds now headed for the Kentucky Derby. If they were to meet, who would you make the favorite?
Affirmed only by a nose, but these are two great horses. In fact, if Seattle Slew was a 3-year-old this year, he'd be third.
Third to those two horses?
Definitely. These are two great horses.
Greek, you have a nice week, all right?
Thank you. Same to you, Brent.
Third?
At the conclusion of today's game in each of our NBA telecasts during the season, we'll be selecting the Chevrolet Most Valuable Player of the Game. In conjunction with this award, Chevrolet will present a check for $1,000 to the General Scholarship Fund of the player's college or university. Any student may be eligible to benefit from these scholarship funds. Today's winner will be announced at the end of the telecast. Mendy Rudolph, you and I will be voting for the MVP. Should we disagree, our fine producer Bill Barnes will be casting the deciding vote. The score here at halftime is Kansas City, the Kings 64, Golden State, the Warriors 51. Remember, last Wednesday, New Jersey was behind by 18 and lost.
I'm Tom T. Hall, here to tell you about Bonanza specials available on 1978 Chevy fleet-side pickups. With this option package, Bonanza pickups are priced $350 less than if you ordered everything separately. It includes air conditioning, gauges, automatic transmission, power steering, comfort tilt wheels, special trim, and more. So get all the Bonanza packs now at participating Chevy dealers. And bring your friends.
Ed White, you're one of the strongest men in football, but I'll bet that one drop of Eastman 910 adhesive is stronger than you are.
No way.
It's been less than a minute, and even you won't be able to pull them apart.
Oh, come on.
If one drop of Eastman 910 is stronger than Ed White, imagine how it can handle the tough jobs around the house.
Incredible.
Ed? Mr. White? Eastman 910 adhesive. One drop is stronger than you are.
Port of call, South Pacific.
Liberty call.
The Navy. See a recruiter or call toll-free. It's not just a job, it's an adventure.
Everyone is excited by the roar of the crowd. But what about those among us who never hear sound? What can we do to help people with hearing loss and the deaf? This mobile hearing and speech center, supported by United Way, travels throughout the community all year long. Hearing impairments are spotted while there is still a chance for treatment. Thanks to you, it works. For all of us, the United Way.
The preceding announcement was brought to you as a public service by the National Basketball Association. The NBA... Light beer, everything you always wanted in a beer and less. And by the Navy, it's not just a job, it's an adventure.
Back here in Kansas City, the Kings lead by 13 over Golden State. And Mendy on Wednesday night, if we recall, Wednesday night it was New Jersey They were down by 18 in the second quarter, and they came back, and this team's had some problems holding big leads.
It's been that way all during the year, and what they can't do now is go ahead and just be quiet and just be sort of passive and let Golden State get back into this ballgame. They got to continue the pattern of play that kept them up there with a 13-point lead. The big difference right now, Jerry, is in rebounding.
Oh, wow.
Unbelievable.
I guess so. 15-point spread of rebounding that the Kings have had the advantage. 15 more rebounds in the game than the Warriors. And in shooting, oddly enough, both teams are hitting 48%. You see the other statistics from a team standpoint. The rebounds, that's the big one. And the turnovers are all even. And on the turnovers, with Kansas City getting a total of 10 points off the turnovers, Golden State getting only 8 points. But the big story is at the foul line, Mendy.
Exactly.
And at the foul line, what a difference.
That's one of the things the stats don't show, Jerry. Golden State right now is 7 for 7. Kansas City 20 for 24. Now there's the difference of 13 points. Kansas City is doing an awful lot of free throwing because they're going to the field goal, they're going to the hoop, causing Golden State to have a lot of free throws. And Otis Birdsong had a tremendous second quarter.
Yes, he did. He's 8 for 13 from the field, played 16 minutes, and he had 17 points, picked up 4 rebounds, had 1 assist, and only 1 turnover. That's Otis Birdsong. Tommy Burleson, 3 out of 4, played 13 minutes. He got 12 points. He had 4 boards. And Sam Lacey, 4 for 7, 11 points in 11 minutes. He had 5 boards. They killed him. They have killed Golden State, no doubt, in the middle. The Warriors, on the other hand, Phil Smith has 13 points. Rick Barry with 18. Barry's 8 for 18. Smith is 6 for 11. 5 assists in the game also for Smith. He's been the high man there. Clifford Ray with 5 rebounds. The big man there. There is really a problem for Golden State now. 4 fouls on Coleman, Parrish, Clifford Ray. So the big men are in foul trouble. Let's see how they're going to adjust here in the third quarter, if they can adjust at all. Clifford Ray's going to start in the middle.
What I think they got to do here, Jerry, is forget that Clifford Ray has 4 fouls, as does E.C. Coleman and Robert Parrish. Go out and play tough defense, because when the offense doesn't do it for you, defense will. Double team the ball, create situations, cause a lot of turnovers. Just get back into the flow of this game with good, tough defense.
Remember, on this floor, New Jersey was down by 18 in the second quarter and came on to win the game by 2 as Kansas City blew the lead. In tight, trying to get the tip was E.C. Coleman, but the rebound taken away by Sam Lacey and Scott Wedman. That's Ron Boone. Boone following his own shot and a foul call. Was it on Marsh? Yes, it was. So they call it on Marsh, the rookie. Ricky Marsh out of Manhattan picks up his 3rd foul. And it'll be not a shooting foul. First team foul, of course, called at the start of the third quarter. Barry against Wedman. Barry playing his left hand a little more. He likes to drive left. That's Lacey trying to use the board. The rookie grabbing for the rebound. Lacey, who has been looking toward the hoop more, now is 4 out of 8. That's Barry.
Yes,
fouled in the act
hit.
of shooting. He'll go for 2.
He got hit right on the side of the temple. There you see it. He's holding the right side of that temple. Took a tough shot. Now, this is what Golden State's got to do. They got to start driving to the hoop, and Rick Barry can do it. He can go to the hoop as well as anybody when he wants to, and there's a shot right on top of the noodle.
So going to the line now, Rick Barry. Oh, he's got great timing, doesn't he? Underhanded.
He puts these in blindfolded, I'll tell you.
He is incredible at the foul line.
2 free throws by Rick Barry.
Rick Barry at the foul line. He's got the most 40-point games, 5 of them, of any NBA player this season. That's Rick Smith, or rather Phil Smith going for the shot. Rick Smith used to be the PR director at Golden State. 10:55 to go. Wedman whacks it in, and it's now 66-53. The lead of 13. It's the biggest lead that they have held all afternoon. Wedman trying to bother Barry. That's Marsh. Gets the pick from Ray. Bounces right back into the hands of E.C. Coleman. Coleman playing in foul trouble. Phil Smith looking inside. A 13-point lead for Kansas City. Coleman, that is not his shot. He is not that good an outside shooter. Kansas City outscoring Golden State 36-20 in the second quarter. 10 minutes to go, plus 14, 66-53, third quarter. Wedman getting a pick from Boone. Ray with a rebound. Golden State's going to have to begin to make their move. Remember, Kansas City blew an 18-point lead here on Wednesday night and lost the game. Marsh trying to get a brush pick from Coleman. Wanted to go with a give and go. Smith. Bill Smith in the game now from outside predominantly is 7 out of 12.
In order to get back in the game now, they got to cause some turnovers, some bad shots, force Kansas City away from the hoop.
Sam Lacey wants to go to the hoop. He's really working on his offensive game this afternoon. Lacey missing the shot, and here comes Golden State. They're down now by 11. Barry going to the hoop. Almost ran into a man. And the shot taken in the corner. E.C. Coleman. That brings them back to within 9, 66 to 57.
And Golden State doing what they have to do now. They penetrated twice. Barry once on a pass off. Barry once to the hoop, playing the tough defense.
Excellent teamwork by Wedman and Lacey. Wedman missing the shot. You saw E.C. Coleman with a rebound, and Smith has to get hot. Didn't get the bounce. Lacey with a rebound. Ron Boone brings it up. Now Lucius Allen wants to get the good play going. Smith not staying with him. Look at Smith playing his own defense, standing right in the middle. Phil not even trying to pick his man.
Guarding absolutely no one. He was in that 3-second lane, I should say the 16-foot lane, more than 3 seconds. Officials overlooked it. We got a timeout on the court, Jeff.
Of course, the first warning is for the record. Look at the Kansas City bench. They're all up, and look at the Warriors bench. They're up.
International Falls, Minnesota. A car sits on a frozen lake. Through January, February, and March. Then, in April, it started. Thanks to a Die Hard. The Die Hard, sold only at Sears.
Trucks.
I'll be seeing you, sweetheart.
Trucks you can count on. And Ryder tunes those trucks razor sharp, ready for anything. When Ryder rental trucks take off on a mission, there can only be one ending.
You nervous, huh, kid? Nah.
Mission accomplished. Ryder, the best truck money can rent.
If you like that return, you'll love this one from Pro Kids. They'll give you $5 back when you buy one of these 3 styles of Pro Kids, like the kind I wear. And remember, guys, it's for you, too. Your participating Pro Kids retailer has all the details on how to get your $5 back.
Get the Royal Return. $5 back when you buy one of these 3 styles of Pro Kids.
Now that's a royal return.
Premiering Tuesday, it's Sam, Jack Webb's newest action series, based on authentic police cases. Catch Sam and Mark Harmon Tuesday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
We are back in Kansas City. The gentleman without the glasses is Joe Axelson. You see now the president and general manager of Kansas City, Paul Rosenberg, the executive vice president. And we thank our producer, Bill Barnes, and our director, Bob Dunphy, for that shot. A little sidelight on some of the executives. They're happy. Their club is ahead, 66 to 57. Ricky Green in the ball game right now, coming in for Golden State. Sam Lacey gets it back up into double figures as Lacey's having a whale of a game. He's got 13, Mendy Rudolph.
Between Sam Lacey and Tom Burleson, they're driving Clifford Ray and Robert Parrish absolutely crazy.
So the lead is 11 as Barry tries to get it back and does. And Rick brings it back now to a 9-point lead. Barry has pumped in 22 big ones. And with 8 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the third quarter, the NBA on CBS sending it to you. 68-59 is the score. Kansas City leading. Better defense on this sequence, but Ron Boone beats it anyway.
They played as well as they could on defense that time, but Ron Boone, with great body control, used the backboard well and converted.
Boone has 3 points. And Ricky Green comes back and gets 2. Ricky Green out of Michigan, a rookie. Very quick. You'll watch him. Man who just scored, number 25 for Golden State. He's on the back line. There he is against Lucius Allen. Now Boone trying to get inside or outside on Phil Smith. 8 seconds to shoot, 6 seconds, and he got it. Very happy Glitter girl. The score 72-61. Look out. Lucius Allen all right on the play.
Foul is called on Lucius Allen.
Foul called on Lucius, former #1 draft choice of Seattle. That'll be his 4th foul. So Lucius has 4 fouls on him. 2 team fouls against the Warriors and the Kings. 7:24 to go. You saw Allen there on defense. That's E.C. Coleman. So Coleman gets a pick from Clifford Ray. Has 6 points, and it's 72-63. The lead is now 9. Can the Golden State Warriors come back? They're doing it seemingly with miracles. They're big men in foul trouble. And in the hole now, it is E.C. Coleman going against Robin Zine. He's bigger and muscles him back inside. You can see the big man, Mendy, just moving inside on him.
You can see it happening. They worked on it. They worked on it until they got the right position and finally hit him and he converted.
Robin Zine at 235. And playing him at 225. Now that's Lucius Allen. His club leading with 6:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Rick Barry with a steal. Over to Ray. It's 74-63. 7 for the men in white. There's the Rook. He shows you he wants to move. Ricky Green. He was the 15th pick in the nation last year. Drafted on the 1st round. He now has 4 points. His average is 5. Lacey outside. 74-65. Allen makes it 11 again.
Golden State is doing what they're supposed to do. They're forcing KC outside, but KC continues to hit the jump shot.
Robin Zine with the rebound. Rookie Green missing the shot. Wedman has some air. Nobody underneath except Clifford Ray. Now that's Green trying to start something. But he's got 3 men against him, and he wisely pulls up. Phil Smith, who has taken the brunt of much criticism the last few years, perhaps unjustifiable. But he never complains. Phil Smith never complains. Just goes out and tries to do the job. A lot of players might pop off if things were not going well. Allen outside, having things going well for him this afternoon.
Well, their shooting percentage here in the 3rd quarter has got to be fantastic. What does our statistician say as far as shots attempted right now and as far as shots converted here for KC?
We'll catch it when we come back. It's 78-65 with 5:28 to go.
Light beer from Miller tastes just great, and that's no fish story. But the best thing is, it's less filling. Light's got 1/3 less calories than their regular beer, and that's important when you're trying to land that big one. Like yesterday, I hooked this bass, fought him for over 6 hours. All of a sudden, he jumps clean over the boat. Broke my rod, and I had to tie the... No, wait a minute, fellas. I had to tie the line
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Left me out there with nothing but a paddle.
A poem about deodorants. Roll, roll the roll-on, all sticky and wet. Or spray your underarm. What a fog you'll get. So give me the stick, Old Spice deodorant stick. It goes right to the spot. All wet or foggy it's not. It guards against odor the whole day long. With Old Spice freshness, you cannot go wrong. So goodbye roll-on, so long spray. Old Spice stick, it's the only way.
Old Spice stick.
See what's new today. When you're driving down the road and you're moving through a curve and your car's looking good, it's showing lots of nerve. It's a Monza by Chevrolet.
The new Monza by Chevrolet. For a car so sporty and so well equipped, it's priced surprisingly low.
Monza by Chevrolet.
Next Sunday, March 19th at 4 p.m. Eastern, CBS Sports presents the World Skate Challenge with JoJo Starbuck, Janet Lynn, and more superstars of the ice competing in a unique format. That's the World Skate Challenge next Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern.
That's Larry Staberman, the coach of the Kansas City Kings. He is doing 5 jobs here in Kansas City, handling the building during the nights as the assistant general manager. He handled the television and radio package. He was a scout, and in addition to his title assistant GM, now he's the interim coach. He has had a lot of experience in doing just about everything. Rick Barry trying to do everything. I'll remind you about that World Skate Challenge next Sunday on CBS. JoJo Starbuck and Ken Shelley, bronze medalists in 71 and 72. They starred for 5 years in the ice capade. Should be quite an event. Robin Zeen is fouled in the act of shooting. He's got 9. That's his average. And the lead is 80-65.
You watch the overpowering power now, right here, the strength of Robin Zeen. Get the ball inside, just force his way up to the hoop. There's the foul. Possible three-point play. Casey right now, Jerry, 8 for 12. Unbelievable. They are absolutely shooting magnificently here in the third quarter.
They're just blowing them right out. 8 for 12 from the field, that is. So that statistic got to make you blink your eyes a little and dishearten you if you're a Golden State Warriors fan. We have 4:51 to go. The lead is 81-65. 16-point bulge. It's cut down to 14. Ricky Green now has scored 6 points. 81-67. Third period, 4.5 to go. An air ball. Barry with a quick release. Over to Green on the rebound. 3-on-2. The rookie goes to the right wing. That is Parker trying to find an open man. Get caught in the air. And Ron Boone picked it away. Robin Zeen loses it. And a foul call. Oh, is he all right? He took a tumble. He bounced off the ball boy. Looked like he snapped the side of his head on the barrier.
Took a shot. Good thing those things are cushioned. Wow.
That's E.C. Coleman. You remember in the earlier years when those were not cushioned all around the basket, the years when you were refereeing.
A lot of black and blue spots all over somebody's body, I'll tell you. Watch his shot now. Wow, here comes the pass off from Ron Boone. Off to the hoop he goes. There's the little body bump. Ooh, against that stanchion, and ooh, he hit the ball boy. I wonder how the ball boy is. He's fine.
Kid's all right. He's
okay.
Tough.
Yep.
He's tough. E.C. Coleman now has 5 fouls on him. So that is Robin Zeen, who is shaken up on the play. He's all right. Nate Williams back into the game on the back line, the rookie. Along with Nate Williams at 6'5" on the back line. Ricky Green at 6'1". That's Green trying to guard on the back line, a much bigger man, John Kuester. Not really that much bigger, 6'2½". Good pass by Green. Great block underneath by Kansas City's Wedman. And a foul call. We have 2 team fouls against the Kings, 4 against the Warriors. 4:09 to go in the third period. Ron Boone not too happy.
You can't believe it. Ricky Green, I'll tell you, he did a lot of good hustling on that play. You got to give the rookie a lot of credit.
It will not be a shooting foul because there are only 3 team fouls called against Kansas City. 4 team fouls on the Warriors. Sonny Parker on the back line now, playing as a guard momentarily. Nate Williams now playing on the back line. That's, ooh, missing inside. Parker rebounded underneath by Otis Birdsong. What a game he has had. Birdsong has 17 points. Tipped up and in.
Sam Lacey out on the boards that time. Had an uncontested rebound and converted it into a field goal.
Lacey has 15. His pro high is 28. That's Lacey coming up with it. Almost lost it. Wedman going over to Kuester. John Kuester. And a foul, offensive foul against Kansas City. 3 minutes, 29 seconds to go. 83-67.
Now watch Barry drive to the hoop now. See if he got a hit. It looked like all ball to me. I think he got hit on the hand, but when the hand is on the ball, it's all part of the ball. Therefore, no foul.
Rick says, help. A little help, please.
Hey, give me something, will you, ref?
Yeah.
Anything. I'll take anything at this
Things
point.
are going so bad. That's Barry trying to find some air. Passes right off Lacey's head. Look out, Mendy. I'm a coward, I admit it. I got up and left.
Not me.
I ran like a thief. I just ran like a thief. There's no way.
All them bodies coming.
Oh, fix the table. That's it. I think those guys are just trying to meet some of those cheerleaders. Watch that one in slow-mo.
Aren't you glad you didn't have your seatbelt fastened on this one? Here they come at us. Look out, baby. Look out. Hold on.
The guy on the right was a coward. He just ran like a thief. We have 3:15 left to go. 83-67, third period.
Here's a few tips on how to get out of an airport fast. 1, join the #1 club and reserve a car with Hertz. 2, have your license and credit card ready, because Hertz will be ready for you. 3, need directions? Ask Hertz. They know the shortest routes. Nobody can get you out of an airport faster. Nobody can get you out of an airport faster.
Go, Juice, go!
Rent a Ford from Hertz.
The superstar in rent-a-car.
Right.
Most people know what I can do for them as a car insurance agent, and now more and more of them are choosing life insurance the State Farm way. Living in the neighborhood and working with people on their other insurance, you get to know their special needs, and that really helps you do a better job on their life insurance. And as a family grows and needs change, they know I'll be there to keep that protection up to date.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's life insurance, the State Farm way.
Is Gillette Foamy thick and rich enough to stop this super sports car? No. Is Foamy thick and rich enough to support this lovely lady? No. Is Foamy thick and rich enough to hold up this husky hiker?
No. But if you want a clean, close shave, it's more than thick and rich enough.
This Wednesday, Captain Nemo confronts evil nuclear undersea pirates. Be there for the explosion. Then see Hollywood's brightest stars as the American Film Institute presents its Life Achievement Award to Mr. Henry Fonda, right after the return of Captain Nemo, starting Wednesday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
3 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. There's a shot of one of the young ladies entertaining here. Golden State fans may find that more entertaining than the contest so far. It is 83-67. We're at Kansas City. The NBA on CBS. Sonny Parker on the back line against Otis Birdsong. He's going to try and cool that young man off. Inside, Scott Wedman with a rebound taken away by Golden State. Nate Williams took the rebound off. Parker trying to find some air. Wedman right in the jersey of Barry, and he blocks him. Foul called against Scott Wedman.
Foul is called on Scott Wedman.
Hey, the one thing that Kansas City is doing well, Jerry, today is they're getting back on defense. They're cutting off the fast break of the Warriors completely. And that's one of the reasons why in transition, the Warriors have scored very, very few field goals, and all of it on perimeter shooting.
Barry goes to the line. When Phil Johnson and Dan Sparks were fired, the team was 13-26. The team now is 13-16. And at one time, the club had won 7 in a row.
2 free throws by Rick Barry.
Rick Barry at the foul line is yet to miss this afternoon. He's 6 for 6, and he's pumped in 24. We're in the third quarter, 2:48 to go. 14 fouls on the Warriors, 5 on the Kings. The Kings lead 83-69. The basket counts. Fouled in the active shooting, John Kuester. So Kuester at the line.
Kuester on a beautiful give and go. Now Sam Lacey sees him coming to the hoop. Kuester with a great pass from Sam Lacey, good body control, and loves what he just did.
Green committed the foul. John Kuester, one of the lowest scoring career averages of anyone selected in last spring's NBA draft. Averaged only 5.5 per game at North Carolina. Most valuable player in the Eastern Regional Playoffs last year. Great defense, a lot of hustle. He now has 5 points. That's his average. Gives his team the lead of 86-69. 22 out of 26 so far from the line for Kansas City. Nate Williams brings that one in. Williams has now scored 6 points. It's 86-71. The lead of 15 points. Biggest lead was 17. Kuester. And Clifford Ray grabs the rebound. Now Rick Barry's going to try and find some air. Goes to Parker, back over to Barry. Swish. Rick Barry, 26 big ones.
2 minutes in the quarter, 2 minutes.
86-73, the lead is 13. Season high was 51. Barry. Better defense by Golden State, but a good shot by Otis Birdsong. Birdsong has 19 points. His professional high is 29.
He's a much improved player since the time I saw him early in the season, Jerry. Has an awful lot of confidence out there and has great floor sense.
Golden State with a record of 31-34. Trying to improve that and get in the playoff picture. They're going to have a tough time winning this afternoon. They're down 88-73. Their big men are in foul trouble. They can't seem to put it together. Kansas City has been the aggressor. That's Green. Trying to go to the backboard, can't do it. Parker with great hustle.
That's what you need. Get some offensive rebounding in there. That'll get him back in.
Sonny Parker has 10 points out of Texas A&M. His second year, former draft choice #1 of the Warriors. Now on defense, trying to pick up Birdsong, so he's trying to do it offensively and defensively. The man with the ball has been hot indeed. Birdsong has 19. Now he's got 21.
Kansas City that time isolated Birdsong going one-on-one against Sonny Parker. They cleared out, and he did his thing again.
Now it is 90-75. Kansas City out rebounding the Warriors. That's been their biggest problem on the year, rebounding. They have not had it. Kuster has it knocked away by Williams over to Parker. Then he gets it back. Look at him dive for the ball. What a lot of hustle that kid's got. You think it was a one-point game.
Everybody okay? Yep, everybody's all right.
A lot of hustle by John Kuster. Kuster out of North Carolina. He was drafted 3rd. We have the remaining time in the 3rd period. You see, as popped up by our director, Bob Dunphy on your screen. Rick Barry trying to get 2, will not. The rookie has it in tight. Is not fouled, and Rustani has the rebound. 90-75. Nash gets it. Yes, sir. Bob Nash out of Hawaii now has 11 points, and that marks the end of the 3rd quarter of basketball in Kansas City. Watch the final shot. Did he get it off his fingers before the period ended? He did. 92-75.
See what's new today.
Introducing the 3rd generation Monte Carlo. The 3rd generation of a highly successful personal luxury car. Its highly original styling opens new dimensions in affordable luxury and in comfort. With more rear seat headroom, legroom, and hip room than last year's Monte Carlo. The 3rd generation Monte Carlo. Drive it and put a little distance between yourself and the crowd.
The NBA on CBS will continue after this word from your local station. An all-star cast pays tribute to one of America's most popular actors. See the AFI salute to Henry Fonda, Wednesday on CBS.
Rick's high game. 51. Be sure and stay tuned for the Most Valuable Player Award at the conclusion of the game. We have 12 minutes of action remaining, and it is 92-75 as Kansas City leads. Philadelphia knocked off Boston in the NBA today, 105-103, and Detroit defeated New Jersey 130-125. Fine example of pick and roll displayed by Birdsong and Burleson, and a foul call against Golden State. Mendy, this has been a long afternoon for the Warriors.
Especially for their big men. Especially for Clifford Ray, Robert Parrish, and E.C. Coleman. They've been in trouble all afternoon, and it continues that way into the 4th quarter. Tommy Burleson and Sam Lacey both having great ball games.
Parker picks up the foul. It's his third. And right now going to the line, 22 for 26. Kansas City just shooting the eyes right out of the basket. They are 23 for 27. Tom Burleson today looking for his professional high, 35, but he was with Seattle then. Burleson won't get it now. He's got 14, but had he played the whole game, he might have been. In the middle, they have gotten 15 points out of Lacey and 14 out of Burleson. 29 points in the hole. That's Sonny Parker. On the other hand, Clifford Ray has scored but 2 points, and Robert Parrish has scored but 2 points. So that's the difference, 29-4 in the middle. Burleson is 8 out of 8 from the line. Kuster collaborating well, moving the ball. Birdsong moves by Parker. Tries for the tip. Taken away by Parker. Be 2-on-1 with Green. Great pass by the rookie. Tip is missed. Williams cannot handle it. Out of bounds it goes. And it belongs to Golden State with 11:09 left in the game. And it's 94-77 the Kings.
And Golden State continues to have trouble with the fast break, Jerry. They just cannot get an easy field goal.
That's Williams finding the range, and Nate Williams has 8 points in the ball game. Williams on the year is averaging 10 points a game. Denver leading in the Midwest and Portland in the Pacific. That's Burleson. 16 for Tommy. San Antonio still leading in the Central Division over Washington. Washington losing a big one last night at San Antonio by 15.
Basket by Nate Williams from Phil Smith.
Nate Williams now has his season average, and the lead again goes to 15 points with 10 minutes and 24 seconds to go. Oddly enough, there still is time. That's Nash with it outside. A Burleson double team, and Ray steals it away. Tried to go to the man underneath. Birdsong. Now Green going to try and penetrate. He waits a little too late. Kuster saves it. Out of bounds it goes.
This Kuster's a hustler, isn't he? Wow, he wound it up on the floor again. Circled over fans in the corner. Diving for loose balls. You got to give that kid a lot of credit.
Yes, sir. He's trying to make this club. He is one of 2 rookies on the team. There are 5 rookies listed, 3 on Golden State. Missing the shot is Phil Smith. Smith has come in to replace Rick Barry. Barry has taken a blow, and you'll see Rick perhaps back in the game soon if they get close. Phil Smith now engineering the attack. Golden State has only been hitting 38% from the field in the third quarter. 54% for Kansas City. Heavy traffic, but Nate Williams says, I'm hot, give me the ball. 12 points, 3 in a row for Nate Williams. 96-83, the lead is cut back to 13. The biggest bulge was 17. Golden State trying to hang in there, but running out of time with 9:40 left. Kuster going to Birdsong. He's taking shots all over, and Clifford Ray with a rebound. Finds the little man, Green. 3-on-1. Phil Smith fouled in the act of shooting will go to the line. And Larry Staverman is going to call for a time, and wisely so, as he is coming off the bench.
And Golden State continues to have problems with the fast break. Here they have a 3-on-1. Ball goes over to Phil Smith on the break. He'll miss the field goal now. Kuster will foul him, but again, difficulty with the easy field goal.
9.5 to go.
Zebco puts it on the line with the Zebco Omega 33 XPL. Smooth, powerful ball-bearing drive, ultra-sensitive drag, and an interchangeable handle for right or left-hand retrieve. The Zebco Omega 33 XPL. Just one of the Zebco Omegas. Made in America by Zebco. The folks you fish with.
Here's to good friends. Tonight is kind of special.
Hello, Counselor.
Hi, Dad.
I heard a rumor you finally passed the bar exam.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Frank?
Frank will have the prime ribs and a couple of Lowenbrow.
Prime ribs? Lowenbrow? What are you doing?
Buying dinner for the guy who put me through law school?
When you want the taste of a truly great beer, tonight, let it be Lowenbrow.
It's the good friends.
Good friends.
Showgirls of the MGM Grand for Color Track by RCA.
Do my flesh tones look right to you?
Are my feathers green?
Is my gown purple?
If these colors don't look right to you, you should know about Color Track from RCA. It locks in all the colors, including flesh tones. Getting the color right is what Color Track is all about.
Before you see the color track system grabs it, aligns it, defines it, sharpens it, tones it, and locks the color on track.
RCA is making television better and better.
Next Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, CBS Sports Spectacular presents live the WBC World Welterweight Championship with hard-hitting Carlos Palomino defending his title against Mimoun Moatar of Morocco. And highlights of the exciting 70-meter ski jumping event from Holmenkollen Ski Festival in Oslo, Norway, with top Olympians competing. That's next Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 Central and Pacific.
Rick Barry has hit 10 out of 24 from the field, 6 of 6 from the line. Barry getting a blow on the bench. Phil Smith at the foul line. Smith's club down by 13. 9.5 minutes left to go in the game, and Phil Smith, who owns 2 sporting goods stores with his wife back on the West Coast, gets one, misses one. Burleson with a rebound. Now Golden State has to play some defense. They're down by 12 points with 9:22 left. Burleson against Ray. That's Otis Birdsong getting a pick from Wedman. No, it was Restani who gave him the screen, and the rebound taken away by Ray. Losing the ball. Green hustles back and gets it. Look at that stutter step move. This is the shot, and Restani gets the rebound. A 12-point lead. Bob Nash, how do you do between the legs? Kuster at the point. Running the offense. Burleson a little anxious with an air ball. Ray with a rebound, throws it away. Golden State's going to have to compose themselves and get back in this thing.
They certainly can't do it with play like that, Jerry. They got a little sloppy ball handling. Anytime they got a fast break, they've had difficulty in converting it. They're just not doing the things they have to do to get back in. They got to play composure basketball at this point. All it takes is 3 or 4 quick buckets, and they're right in the ball game.
That's right. And their defense has picked up a little, Mendy. Burleson had the shot, but wanted to go back to Birdsong. He's got it, and he's fouled in the active shooting. Both teams have committed 17 turnovers. Golden State has converted into 10 points. Kansas City converted into 12 points. Third foul on Smith at the line is Birdsong. Birdsong with 29 is pro high. Now is pumped in 23. He's got a shot at it. From the foul line, he's only 1 for 1. Now he's 2 for 2 and a big 3-point play. So Otis Birdsong having quite a day here at Kansas City. Birdsong is 6'4", and he's guarding Phil Smith, and Smith is 6'4". Ray with his team down now by 15. The rookie trying to penetrate Green, cannot go. Kuster holds him away. Smith has the little guard on him, but has to force the shot as he's double teamed, and Burleson with a rebound.
Kansas City that time collapsing on defense, cutting off the passing lanes and the driving lanes and forcing Golden State to take that perimeter shot, which they're not converting.
Kuster now over to Birdsong. He's up against Phil Smith. Burleson against the big guy Ray. Trying to use the backboard and too far. Williams feeding over to Parker, and Parker coming down the right lane. Sonny Parker has 14 big ones. So now it is 99-86, the lead of 13 with 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game. Neither team in foul trouble. The Warriors have 2. The Kings have 1. This will cut it back. Look at that dunk.
Basket by Nate Williams.
Nate Williams dunks it and makes it an 11-point game, Mendy.
Now, the last 2 buckets they've scored have been on fast breaks. Sonny Parker on one, Nate Williams on another. Tommy Burleson does everything he can to stop it, but there's just no way.
Not too shabby for a man 6'5", and that's Williams back on defense against Nash. He bothers Nash. Smith has it 2-on-1. What will happen here? Foul of the active shooting? Yes, and Williams will go to the line. He will get 2 shots.
Now, the last 3 plays have been on fast breaks, and that's the one thing that can get Golden State back in this ball game. One with Sonny Parker, one with Nate Williams, and we have the third one coming up. Here's the fast break. Nate Williams going to the hoop again. We'll see the foul, and Golden State is slowly creeping back into this ball game. Now, he has a possibility to cut it down to 9.
No question. It is 99-88. The lead is 11. He gets 2 shots from the foul line. With that soft shot, he's got 1. So Nate Williams is at the line. Williams from the foul line is an excellent foul shooter. He's been hitting 84.5% on the year. in the game, Rick Barry, as Robinzine comes into Robinzine, I beg your pardon. Robinzine back in the game and Rick Barry back in the game. Williams, who has been hot, has 16 points, 10 of them in the period. His high game is 26. He probably won't reach that today, but he's gotten his club back into the game. They're down by 9 points. Custer, the point man, trying to start the offense for Kansas City. That's Lacey at the high post looking for Robinzine. He's got it on a deflected pass. Ray with a block shot, but I think Williams fouled him.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. Clifford Ray with the beautiful block. But prior to that, Nate Williams caught the arm, and we're going to have a 2-shot free throw. Pick it up now. You'll see. Watch Nate Williams. He'll come into the right side of your picture. He's at the baseline at this particular spot. There's the foul, and there's the block by Ray.
So at the line, trying to give his club the advantage of at least 10, 99 to 90. He does not do it. They finally proved that they're human. 25 out of 30 from the field, or rather from the foul line for KC. Now it is 26 for 31. Golden State is 14 out of 15 from the line. Robinzine has 11 points. His average is 9, and it's 100 to 90. The lead has been cut back to 10. It was 17. 6 minutes and 35 seconds left to go. And it'll belong to Kansas City as Lucius Allen comes back in the game. Rick Barry back in the game has pumped in 26. Good defense needed by Golden State. They must win to gain some ground on the two teams that lost in the Western Conference, as Chicago lost and Milwaukee lost. Parker cannot handle it. Out of bounds she goes. Earlier in the game, our producer showed you the Western Conference standings, which indicated that Milwaukee is now 34 and 33, and Chicago 33 and 35. Right now, Golden State is 31 and 34.
Golden State ball over and back.
We have 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. The ball goes over to Golden State. And in front of microphone, a backcourt violation. So, Mendy, you called it, and now Green will inbound it. Somebody's going to get hot or have to get hot. Right now for Golden State. Barry has been well rested. Look at him go to the hoop now. Now he knows he's got to go to the hoop and get the foul, get a three-point play.
And the thing that Barry did so well on that play, Jerry, is he knew the shot was to be blocked if he was to take the orthodox overhand layup. He didn't do it. Now watch him go underneath, bringing on the foul. There's the pass. Now watch the underneath layup. There it is. Good heads-up play by Rick Barry.
Barry 6 for 6 at the foul line a moment ago, is now 7 for 7. 92% foul shooter. He is 8 for 8. So Barry has pumped in 28 points.
Here comes a very, very important series of plays. If they can hold Kansas City off now, they can cut this lead down to 6.
Don't look now, but it's 8. That's right. Big rebound coming up and out of bounds. They're going to give it to Golden State. Oh, what a break there. Now with a bucket, it's anyone's ball game. 5 minutes and 56 seconds to go in the game. And it is 100 to 92. Wisely, Al Adels has Rick Barry well rested. He's back in now. And Phil Smith got a blow a moment ago. He's back in. Trying to drive around Allen. Smith. And Ray tips it in. It's anybody's ball game now. 5 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the game. 100 to 94. The Warriors have come off the floor. 17 points down. They now trail in the game by 6. They've been doing it with miracles.
Defense, good defense. They'll do it again this time if they can.
That's Nash, and he does not get the roll. And that's Clifford Ray, who's been a bear on the boards in the last 5 minutes. Now Phil Smith. Ray is still not underneath where he should be. Williams doesn't get it, and Sam Lacey with the rebound stolen away by Barry. Over to Ray. Oh, it's blocked brilliantly by Lacey. And that's goaltending, and the Warriors have fought back. They trail in the game 100 to 96.
And it's anybody's ball game, Jerry. This is how they did it. Good defense, driving to the hoop, forcing Kansas City into mistakes. Kansas City trying to sit on the lead, which you cannot do in this league. And here comes again. Watch the slow-mo now. There's Phil Smith with the pass over. Here's a great Good heads-up play by Rick Barry.
Barry 6 for 6 at the foul line a moment ago, is now 7 for 7. 92% foul shooter. He is 8 for 8. So Barry has pumped in 28 points.
Here comes a very, very important series of plays. If they can hold Kansas City off now, they can cut this lead down to 6.
Don't look now, but it's 8. That's right. Big rebound coming up and out of bounds. They're going to give it to Golden State. Oh, what a break there. Now with a bucket, it's anyone's ball game. 5 minutes and 56 seconds to go in the game. And it is 100-92. Wisely, Al Attles has Rick Barry well rested. He's back in now. And Phil Smith got a blow a moment ago. He's back in. Trying to drive around Allen. Smith. And Ray tips it in. It's anybody's ball game now. 5 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the game. 100-94. The Warriors have come off the floor. 17 points down. They now trail in the game by 6. They've been doing it with miracles.
Defense, good defense. They'll do it again this time if they can.
That's Nash, and he does not get the roll. And that's Clifford Ray, who's been a bear on the boards in the last 5 minutes. Now Phil Smith. Ray is still not underneath where he should be. Williams doesn't get it, and Sam Lacey with the rebound, stolen away by Barry. Over to Ray. Oh, it's blocked brilliantly by Lacey. And that's goaltending, and the Warriors have fought back. They trail in the game 100-96.
And it's everybody's ball game, Jerry. This is how they did it. Good defense, driving to the hoop, forcing Kansas City into mistakes. Kansas City trying to sit on the lead, which you cannot do in this league. And here comes again. Watch the slow-mo now. There's Phil Smith with the pass over. Here's a great series of blocks, great series of plays. Nate Williams will miss this shot. Watch Clifford Ray. Now he'll come into the picture. There goes Barry with the steal. There goes the great pass. Watch Clifford Ray go up. Good offensive rebounding.
These 1,700 one-gallon gas cans reach up to the highest suspension bridge in the world, demonstrating just one advantage of the new Chevy Chevette. If the car you drive now has an average EPA combined city highway mileage estimate of 17 miles to a gallon of gas, and you switch to a Chevy Chevette with its higher mileage, you might save up to this much gas, as much as 1,700 gallons over 5 years of normal driving. 1,700 gallons, enough to reach from the bottom of Royal Gorge to the bridge above and then some.
If your business takes you to the heart of a city, there's nothing like Hilton Rainbow Service. In Manhattan, it's right on Park Avenue at the Waldorf Astoria. Or if your business is pleasure, you'll find Rainbow Service at the fabulous Las Vegas Hilton. And on beautiful Waikiki at the Hilton Hawaiian Village. Hilton Rainbow Service. You'll find it at the heart of every Hilton, in the heart of most every city.
Let the Hilton Rainbow brighten your day.
Enjoying the trip in your GM car?
Oh, yes.
Want to keep that great GM feeling?
Oh, yes.
Then shake hands with Mr. Goodwrench. He's dedicated to improved customer care at more than 6,000 participating GM dealers.
You want genuine GM parts. You want your car fixed right on time. That's what I want too. Caring about your GM car helps keep me in business.
Keep that great GM feeling with genuine GM parts.
Next Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, CBS Sports Spectacular presents live the WBC World Welterweight Championship with hard-hitting Carlos Palomino defending his title against Mimoun Moatar of Morocco. And highlights of the exciting 70-meter ski jumping event from Holmenkollen Ski Festival in Oslo, Norway, with top Olympians competing. That's next Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 Central and Pacific.
We have exactly 5 minutes and 3 seconds remaining here in Kansas City. The Warriors are now trailing by only 4, a remarkable comeback. They were down by 17 points in the fourth quarter. They have shot 53% in the period. Kansas City 22%, and Mendy Rudolph, it's anyone's game.
And as so many teams are guilty of in this league, Jerry, when you get that big lead, you just go ahead and sit on it, and you can't do that in the NBA. There's too many teams that have prolific scorers, can come back and hit you with 3 or 4 quick field goals. We have another timeout now called by Golden State. Al Attles wants to get his defense straightened out. He wants to continue that pressure defense, and they have a ball game here. They're down by only 4. It's a remarkable thing.
You know, Mendy, so many times we've heard some people say the NBA, oh, the game is decided in the last 2-3 minutes. And to me, that is the greatest accolade you can give any league. And What is even more important is, with a 24-second clock, you're down by 17 in a period, and yet you can come back, and this is what has happened here.
You're never out of it. All it takes is a series of 4-point mistakes, and that's what's been happening so far in this ball game. Kansas City has not converted. Golden State has.
Check your local listings for next week's regional games. Brought to you by CBS as the NBA continues. On CBS next Sunday, it'll be Denver at Boston, New York at Philadelphia, Phoenix goes on to Cleveland. In Detroit, it'll be Chicago. And San Antonio trying to fly high. That's a big game at Seattle. Lenny Wilkins' club needs it badly. San Antonio trying to get as much as they can with an advantage.
And every one of these games, Jerry, next week has a definite bearing on playoff positioning. A big weekend.
Now here's Rick Barry. Barry has 28 points. He's 8 for 8 from the line. And in this kind of a game, Barry becomes so very important. Not only is he a fine stealer, does he pick up the loose ball, but one thing Rick Barry does well is he thinks on the court well. Let's see what he can do now as he's teamed with Nate Williams, who has been as hot as a firecracker of late. Williams has pumped in 10 points in the period and brought his club back. And Clifford Ray's done an excellent job, and Mendy, they're going to go to a press.
Full court press. That's what Al Adel said during the timeout. Pick them up and pick them up high.
Make them work. Make them work. They relax it a little, but they make them start their offense a little higher. They won't give Allen room to move and get in and penetrate, which he does so well. Robinson going to Lacey, double teaming him. Look at Barry on him. Lacey knows there's a man free somewhere, but where? 9 seconds to shoot. There he goes, doing his job well. Is Allen inside, and a backcourt foul. Ooh, is that a backcourt foul, Mendy, or is it an over-the-shoulder loose ball?
I believe it was a loose ball because Phil Smith did not have position on the floor. Let's watch and see if that occurs now. Phil Smith will rebound this missed shot, and all you got to look at, where are his feet when the ball, there it is. He was still in the air, Jerry.
So it is the 5th foul on Lucius Allen. 4.5 minutes to go. It's a 4-point lead for Kansas City. Ray looking inside, wants to find a man. Williams has been hot. It's good. The basket counts, and is a foul away from the ball. Nate Williams has now pumped in a total of 18 points, and the foul will send, I believe it'll send Barry to the line.
Exactly. Rick Barry set the pick now, and as the Kansas City player will fight through the pick. I don't know if we'll see it on our, there it is. Yes, he was fouled by number 15, Scott Wedman, as he tried to fight through the pick and a possible 3-point play, and we can have a 1-point game.
The basket is good, and we have a 1-point game. The NBA bringing it to you with 4 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the game. A 17-point deficit has suddenly gone by the boards as Golden State is fought back. What a remarkable comeback. Wedman forcing the shot, and the rebound by Clifford Ray. What a job he has done on the boards. Now with a basket, Golden State could take the lead. Don't forget, Wednesday, New Jersey overcame an 18-point lead on this court and beat this team. So just as we told you at the start of the 3rd quarter, let's see what happens as Williams takes the shot. Nate is as hot as a firecracker. 20 points for Nate Williams, and he's had 14 of them in the period. And the Warriors, for the first time since the 1st period, lead by 1 with 3:43 remaining in the game.
Unbelievable comeback. They've scored 18 more points than Kansas City. Remarkable recovery by Al Adel's team.
That'll be a 1-shot foul. Actually, it's only the 4th foul, so it will not be a shooting foul. I don't think he got it up in time. Nate Williams with the foul. Nate Williams has 2 fouls. Nate Williams has been shooting well in the 4th quarter. We'll find out what his stats are and give them to you. He's been a big factor. That's Lucius Allen, and Rick Barry with a rebound. It is Golden State leading by 1 with 3 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Golden State, 4-team fouls. The Kings, 5-team fouls. So both teams are in foul trouble right now. Parker trying to post inside. Ron Booney has a height advantage on him because he is much bigger. 4 seconds to shoot. 3, 2, Smith does not get it, and Robinson with a rebound. Over to Wedman. The lead is 1 for Golden State. The Kings trying to come back. Wedman forces the shot up early and gets it. Young lady is happy as Scott Wedman bangs one in, and now it's a 1-point lead for Kansas City with 2 minutes and 49 seconds to go. Watch Williams. Williams is 6 for 7 this quarter. Can he keep up the great outside shooting? He does not, and Lacey grabs the rebound with a 1-point lead. 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go for Kansas City. That is Parker with a rebound. And it's almost batted out of bounds. 2 minutes and 28 seconds to go. Williams has it knocked away as Lucius Allen hits it off his leg and out of bounds.
Unfortunate for Nate Williams. Rick Barry gave him a great pass. As we look at the personal foul problems, Coleman with 5, Parrish with 4, Clifford Ray with 4. Hasn't picked up a foul so far in the second half.
2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the game. Both teams with a lot of turnovers. 21 turnovers for KC, 19 for Golden State. Wedman has room. Oh, you give him a pick and he'll kill you if he gets time. Scott Wedman with 2 big buckets now has 10, and it's 104 to 101, and the Warriors must do it all over again with 2 minutes flat to go in the ball game. Williams continues to fire, and he doesn't get a break this time. 104 to 101. Down by 3. Blocked by Clifford Ray, and out of bounds she goes. Parker tries to save it, but it hit the sideline. That's Sonny Parker.
Sonny Parker with great hustle. What a fine game this is in basketball when you look at it. Scott Wedman with 2 converted field goals. Nate Williams with 2 missed field goals, and that's the difference right now. That's how close this game is at this point.
1 minute, 47 seconds remaining in the game. The action coming your way from Kansas City. And it is 104 to 101 in favor of the team in white. That is the Kings. Lacey in the hole against Clifford Ray. This is the man who's been hot, Scott Wedman. Williams playing opposite him. And now Robinson is posting Barry underneath. And what a shot from outside. 6 points for Lucius Allen. And a big one there indeed. It's now a lead of 5 with 1 minute and 35 to go. Big bucket by Lucius. Boone double teaming Parker. Parker with 2 men on the floor did not see the advantage. Barry got it back to him quickly. And he just did beat the buzzer.
Right on the nose.
We have exactly 1 minute and 22 left in the game. Staverman is unhappy. Saw the big 17-point lead go down the chute. And now the Warriors trying to get the basketball back. They're down by 3. Lacey looking for Allen. Here comes Parker with it. Golden State with 1 minute and 6 seconds to go. Phil Smith looking for a basket. Williams is going to drive. He found Ray as Lacey went toward him. Great play by Nate Williams.
He picked up double coverage on Nate Williams, figuring he was going to take a pop. He found Clifford Ray with a great dunk shot. What the Warriors need here is a turnover.
54 seconds to go. Kansas City leads by 1. 54 seconds to go. Al Attles wants a timeout, but the ball went out of bounds anyway, and so he's going to get the time. I think Staverman wanted one anyway. We'll check and see how many timeouts left in the ball game. We have 53 seconds of playing time left, and the Kings lead by 1.
What a ball game this has been. You got to give both teams a lot of credit. It looked like Golden State would just run away from Kansas City. They came back with 2 quick field goals by Scott Wedman, a couple of turnovers. Now Golden State is back in the ball game. We're going to pick up a replay now on this great pass by Williams. He's double teamed. He sees Clifford Ray under the hoop, not to be denied with a slam dunk. And of course, as we go into the last 53 seconds, Jerry, it's a 1-point ball game.
This has turned out to be a whale of a game, and a reminder on the CBS Sports Spectacular. That'll be next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern Time. The Holman Cullen ski jumping event and the World Welterweight Championship with Carlos Palomino defending. That's next Saturday on CBS. Right here at Kansas City. You are looking at Frank Hamblin, the assistant coach, kneeling to the right with the yellow striped jacket, and standing now with the other check jacket. That's Larry Staverman. Staverman's destined not to remain as an interim coach. He wants to be a general manager someday. He'll make a good one. He's done a fairly good job in everything that he's done, and an exceptional job as the interim coach here at Kansas City. Now trying to hang on. His team leading by 1 point, 53 seconds to go. When they inbound the ball, it'll be in forecourt. You see Wally Rooney, the official, handling it. He's out of Rockville Center, Long Island. Bill Barnes, our producer. Bob Dunphy, our fine director this afternoon, and we thank the crew that's been with us. And in a game that has turned out to be a tight one indeed. 17 points down, Mendy, in the fourth quarter. Cut all the way down to 4 points with 5:03 to go. And now a 1-point lead with 53 seconds remaining. And the team with the ball is down by 1.
And we've got to look for either Nate Williams or Rick Barry. Someone's got to speed them off. They've got the hot hand. You've got to look for the beautiful jump shot of Nate Williams or a drive by Rick Barry to the hoop.
I'm going to guess it'll be Rick Barry. He's isolated with Wedman on the left side. Still not moving. He's going to come around to pick on the right side. But Smith wants to go. Looks inside, finds Parker. Parker does not get it inside. Smith with it. And Phil Smith with a pressure shot. 38 seconds to go. 107 to 106. You see the time remaining in the game, and Kansas City trails. That's Wedman missing. Rebounded by Parker. Can they hang on to it? And a foul called against Kansas City. What an effort by Golden State. Their lives depending on winning on the road in the battle to get into the playoffs. And Ron Boone commits his 4th foul. What a foul that one was, Mendy.
You got to give Golden State a lot of credit. Showed a lot of poise out there. Well coached by Al Attles. Took advantage of a lot of KC mistakes. Pressure defense, some good shooting, some good driving to the hoop, and that's what got them back into this ball game. If Sonny Parker converts here, I would think that Larry Staverman will call a timeout and possibly go for a three-point play. That's his only hope at this point.
Parker is not a great foul shooter, hit 69.5%. Parker at the line is yet to miss this afternoon, however. Parker now has 19 points in the game, and he has scored 9 of them in this quarter. He just refuses to quit. He hustles all the time. So he's got 2, and with 28 seconds left to go in the ball game, a remarkable come-from-behind effort by the Warriors. They lead by 3.
Boy, this can drive coaches absolutely crazy, I'll tell you. You get up by 16, 17, 18 in this league, and you sit on that lead. A lot of ball players become passive. They get out of their offensive pattern that got them that lead, and by doing so, they allow the other team to get back into the ball game, and we saw a perfect example of that this afternoon, Jerry. KC allowing Golden State to come back with pressure defense, with good floor play, a lot of steals, and they're possibly going to win this ball game after being down by 17. Incredible.
Incredible indeed. What a series between these two clubs. Neither team has been able to win at home. A boxing special on CBS. That's next Friday. 8:30 Pacific time. Should be a great series of bouts. Ronquillo going against Cassidy. That's Ramon Ronquillo. Light heavyweight duel. Bobby Cassidy and Irish Ned Hallecky against Alvaro Lopez. Light heavyweights. Sean O'Grady going against Eddie Freeman. A featherweight duel. That's on CBS next Friday. Now in this position, Al Attles is telling his club, Mendy Rudolph, don't come up with a three-point play.
You can bet me on that. Woo. Give them the easy field goal if they drive to the hoop. Don't get a three-point play. You're going to get the ball back, and you're going to run out the clock. They've got 28 seconds. I'm sure it'll take more than 4 seconds to go ahead and convert this play. No three-point plays. That's what Al Attles is saying. I know it.
We're going to have to pick up a most valuable player. Williams and Parker and Barry and Smith and Ray have led the attack coming back, and Larry Staverman says he's got to probably go inside and get what he hopes will be a three-point play. Let's see who he'll go in with. Robin Zine underneath or Lacey underneath?
I would think Lacey. I would say Sam Lacey with a little hook shot or maybe a drive to the hoop. Possibly Robin Zine off Rick Barry.
Double screen to the left. Lacey up high and Wedman down low. Maybe they'll go to Boone with a drive shot. 23 seconds left to go in the game. Down by 3 points. Watch Boone back in. Allen will try and penetrate. And Ray has the rebound with 14 seconds to go in the game and a foul against Kansas City. This should just about wrap it up.
Golden State did exactly what they had to do that time. They collapsed on defense. They gave them the outside shot. There was just no one who was going to drive to the hoop. Now you'll watch this on the replay. Golden State will collapse on defense. They'll allow no drive to the hoop. If we have the replay coming up, here it comes. Now watch, there it is. There's the collapse, allowing them the outside shot. Everybody within that lane, nobody going anyplace, no fouls. There's the miss, and here's the foul coming up.
Milwaukee lost to Atlanta today, 98-93, and Buffalo upended Portland, 96-90. At the line, it'll be Clifford Ray. The lead is 109-106 for Golden State. Golden State up by 3. Ray was not a good foul shooter. Ray has gone 3 for 3 this afternoon.
Put pressure on the ball. One more, yo.
And here's the penalty shot. And he's got that too. So it was a backcourt foul, evidently.
Yes, it was. Not only that, but it was a penalty foul too, so Clifford Ray had a cushion.
Wow, that's something. And so Clifford Ray, not normally a good foul shooter, and Golden State shooting tremendously well at the foul line. 21 for 22. Kansas City 26 for 31. What an effort at the line it has been this afternoon. And the scene is this. 15 seconds remain in this one. And it's 111 to 106 Golden State.
Let me throw a little stat at you here, Jerry. In the first half, the Golden State Warriors only tried 7 free throws. This particular half, they've attempted 15, twice as many. In the first half, KC attempted 24 free throws, and in this half, they've only attempted 7. So what Golden State did is they forced Kansas City outside, forced them into some bad shots, cut off the driving lanes, cut off the passing lanes, and in so doing, just got back into this ball game, and are probably going to win it.
If they don't win this one, the roof will have to fall in. Here's a look at next week's regional games on CBS. We invite you to check your listings wherever you may be. That's next Sunday as the NBA on CBS continues, and some games of vital importance as you look toward the playoff situation. Chicago's still in it. Seattle battling hard to get in. And the Phoenix-Cleveland game. Phoenix has come along. They're going to be a formidable team in the playoffs. Kansas City has been limited to 14 points this quarter. Golden State has outscored them 36 to 14. 15 seconds remaining, and Kansas City now staring up at potential defeat. This will be the second game in a week they've blown, leading by 18 against New Jersey and leading by 17.
And if Golden State wins, Jerry, they're 32 and 34, gaining ground on both Milwaukee and Chicago. A tremendous comeback victory for Golden State in the making.
And of course, Franklin Muley is rooting hard, the owner of the Golden State Warriors, one of the most respected men in the NBA. He'll be rooting for Phoenix tonight at Los Angeles. Now that's Lucius Allen. They'll let him go. Time running out in the game. 9 seconds remaining in the game. Golden State leading 111 to 106, and Barry puts the capper on.
And he gets my vote as the most valuable player in this game. Rick Barry, with his poise and composure out there, he led the Golden State Warriors to this victory. I give it to Rick Barry.
So the Chevrolet Most Valuable Player Award goes to Rick Barry, 31 points. Mendy Rudolph has made the decision. We concur here. The Chevrolet $1,000 scholarship will, of course, be awarded to Rick Barry's school at Miami. And that, of course, on behalf of Rick Barry. The final score, 113 to 106, as Golden State rallies and stays in the playoff picture. A boxing special coming up Friday, Eastern Time, 11:30, 8:30 Pacific Time. It'll be a series of light heavyweight fights and featherweight fights that you will watch on CBS. The NBA on CBS is a presentation of CBS Sports.
This is CBS.